it's kind of like a very humbling reality. And even for us to talk about it, the whole time going back and forth, I've been on both sides where I'm like, Mom, why you won't pick up? And then mad because she keep calling.
Yeah. You know what you want.
Exactly. Have a seat. Exactly. But we do have some bills to pay. So make sure y'all take this opportunity to pull your phones a little close and call in 410-702-5657.
Make sure you check out the YouTube page, Be Exposed Radio. Feel free to subscribe. We are there. We are live. We are present. You can see us on the cameras, and you can say hi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Comment some questions.
We'll be doing some live work on Facebook in just a minute, probably when we come back from the next break. So, BeExposedRadio.com. Pose for brunch. Naja B. Naja.
And Grace.
Hey.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
TGIW, you're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show.
Welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on the award-winning BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with HL7 Azrael, and Blizzard stepped out for a second to go get one of our guests, and as you know, this is the Azrael and Blizzard takeover. So you'll be rolling with us for the rest of the day. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you for tuning in today. We actually have a pretty booked show for you guys, so I really hope you enjoy it. You'll be meeting a local singer named Imani W.J. Wright and one of Blizzard's associates, Decoy, which he actually has a show for this Friday. It's sometime soon. But I'm going to let them sit here and plug this. So I'm actually waiting for them to get into the studio now. And give me 1 second. All right. So, yeah. So, we're actually waiting for them to come in here so we can get interviews. But until then, I encourage everyone to interact with us tonight. It's going to be a pretty fun show. Call in at 410-702-5657. 5657. You can also text in 443-642-9403, or if you're interested in being a sponsor or being on the show, then feel free to email us at info@beexposedradio.com. So a lot has went on in the past week or so. Blizzard and me actually met up at an event as we were talking about Icon Show. Actually, it was a really nice show. Everyone came out and enjoyed themselves. I met a lot of different artists, but I was upset by the end of the night because, you know, I showed up really early and I didn't have a chance to perform, but I wasn't really mad at it because of myself. It was because the organization I'm in, Victorious Productions, I was taking some of the artists out so they can actually interact with other artists for the first time, and it was tragic because they were not able to perform. They were very upset because they worked hard on what they were going to show off and they were looking forward to it. It was a long journey up there and so much happened and everyone was so excited, but it happens, you know. Blizzard was just telling me that he was pretty calm about it because he was used to it. You know, things happen in the industry. You know, it's crazy. But to plug an event that I'm doing, actually, because of that, the organization that I'm in, we're hosting an open mic soon, specifically for young people. So if you know any young people who have a talent and they're looking for somewhere to show their talent, then feel free to, keep an eye out on the Be Inspired page because we'll be posting up the flyer for that very soon as we get all of the details worked out. So yeah, we're planning a lot for the young people. Is that Blizzard out there? Tell him what are you doing? What are you doing standing out?
Standing what? Outside?
Yeah, is he out there?
Nah, dog. I was out there like this, hat.
Shaking my head. So you couldn't find our guest?
Nah, it's too cold. Anytime you see me with a Scalliana jacket on, you know it's cold.
Yeah. But I see you got your Ravens on. You've always been
Ravens Nation. Ravens Nation, baby.
But are they going to the Super Bowl though?
Moment of silence.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
Yeah, you're a little.
Yeah, man. I had to do that real quick.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know, now they know.
All right. So, what do you have going on, Blizzard? I mentioned your little event too.
Oh, well, why I gotta be a little event?
I mean, not a little event, but you know, we gotta throw it in casual because you're a cool guy, so it has to be casual.
I'm not so shit, bro. Actually, one of our special guests, I'm trying to find a flyer. One of our special guests for the night, my bro Decoy, he having an event at Club Reverb, 2112 North Charles Street this Saturday. It says Decoy Collaboration Takeover. It's gonna be, I'm gonna say my last, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna perform first. So the homie DJ 12 is gonna be on the ones and twos. We got Nemesis in the building, Honey Stacks, Legend Beast of Bully, Bishop Reds, hosted by Bobby, you know what I mean, sis. Bro Tater G gonna be there. Bree Snow gonna be there. So yeah, definitely come out to the Decoy Cap. I'm tongue twisted right now. Decoy's Collaboration Takeover. It's going down, man. January 20. Tickets only $10. You know what I mean, y'all pay $100 to go see Jay-Z. Y'all can spend $10 to support your local artist. You feel me? So yeah, that's what I got going on. And Ezra left me, but it's all good. But yeah, man, what's going on, people, man? What y'all want to talk about, man? Hit us up at 410-702-5657. Let us know what's going on with you, what you doing right now, and, you know, how you inspiring others. Yeah, man. That's what we got going on. Like I said, we got Decoy coming through. We got the homie Amani Wright coming through. And Fashionably Chic Tour of Alicia coming through. She's also interviewing. So we got a book show tonight for real. So definitely make sure you tune in. As you can see, we ain't got no candy. We ain't got no juice, no nothing.
One of you can sit over there. One of you can sit over there.
Oh yeah, guys just walked through the building. That's a guitar? Oh man, we about to get a lot. Ezra, you always got something up your sleeve, bro.
I know. I always meet some really cool people.
We about to get a lot of show jumping off in here, man. Music is love.
Okay, Blizzard, you come over here, and y'all can both go over there to make it
Facts.
a little better. That's a great idea, Nicole. I don't know why I didn't think of it. You know,
I just love my seat right here for some reason.
I just can't imagine Blizzard being anywhere.
Yeah, I love my seat. But I'll be Ezra.
Yeah. As you all know, again, Miss Be Inspired has taken off today, so it's our takeover. So I'm upgrading. I'm stealing her seat. So I'm Miss Be Inspired now, and Blizzard is me. Blizzard is
8 show 7 as Rev.
You already know.
Snow.
It's your boy Blizzard.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all tune in, man. Hit us up. Like I said, 410-702-5657. Look at the video on Facebook under the Be Exposed Radio page. Like, comment, share. I mean, hit us up. We on YouTube. We everywhere. On the award-winning radio station. Yeah, I said it with my chest.
And we have some special guests with us tonight.
Yes, we
Yo,
do.
Introduce yourselves.
What's going on?
What's up, man? It's mine, W.J. Wright, singer-songwriter, producer, saxophonist. And, yeah, we in the building tonight.
Yeah, that's what it is. And you, sir?
Yes, my name is Muammar Muhammad. You can call me Mu for short, M-U.
Okay. That's what's going on. So what you got going on, Mr. Amani?
Hey, man, a lot. We just had a show, man, on January 5th, downtown, man, near the Inner Harbor at Living Stage. A lot of people showed up. I got a little echo going on. In the,
yeah.
A lot of reverb.
Yeah, that's why we usually don't even wear them.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah, man, I had a show, man, January 5th, right here with my man Moo. And a good amount of people showed up. Teray was there, actually.
Okay.
And
it was lit.
So what stage you said?
Time. The Living Stage.
Is that the middle?
Nah, it said
RL.
It said Red Line.
Oh, Hotel RL.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's connected
nice,
to it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a
pretty
nice
cool.
little. Oh yeah, Living Stage. I'm getting.
Yeah.
That's a nice chill spot.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah. So yeah, you said the show was dope.
Yeah, man. We put a lot of time into it.
A lot of fun.
We put a lot of time into it.
That's what's up.
You know who the what's his name, man? The trombonist Forte.
Nah.
Yeah, he's pretty sick. He showed up as well. So yeah, it was all around. It was a great time.
Yeah, we got him really well.
Yeah.
That's definitely what's going on.
It was beautiful. I was in there vibing.
I had a lot of fun. Yeah. Well, different instruments in there, and it was pretty fun. No, we had like 3 different percussion instruments. We had the congos, then we had the drum set, then we had the other box drum, so different, percussions. You had the guitar, then you had the trombone, so it's different stuff. So.
That's what's up. You got any other shows coming up you want to tell the people about?
Man, we had 3 that week.
Oh.
So I don't know. We booking some more stuff right now. We talking to Baltimore Soundstage about doing something. Maybe opening up for some people, or possibly doing like an indie show or something. I'm trying to contact with them. Just recently hit 102,000 plays on SoundCloud altogether accumulated. So I'm averaging like 1.5 thousand listeners on Spotify right now. So things been moving on.
Oh yeah. You moving, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
So, what would you say got you to that point? Like, was that point to where everything started looking up?
I just want to let y'all know I'm on Facebook Live in this real quick.
Oh yeah, we live, baby.
Yeah. What got me on the up and up as far as like where I am now per se, or like just with music in general?
Like where you are now.
Well, the whole journey started, man, when I was like 7 years old. And really when I was 3. My parents and my grandparents had got me in the Peabody Institute, right down the street from here.
Oh, yeah.
When I was 3 years old, man, they got me with Dr. Ross Moosman. Got started with, learning rhythms and melodies and whatnot. And my whole life, man, I've been going to performing arts schools, which has been, it's been a journey. You know what I'm saying? Spent a good amount of time at Peabody. I spent some time in the Washington National Opera, down in D.C., obviously. And, like I said, I come from an operatic background. So everything I do now musically, as far as my voice and my technicality, man, I got to really give it to my operatic background. And when it comes to my lyrics, man, my father is an English professor. So I always tell people, man, the hardest part of my life was learning my ABCs. because he was on it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just accumulation of things, man. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
That really is amazing. So, for you, when did you get into guitar? Because after hearing you play guitar, I've heard a lot of guitarists.
Yeah.
You were nice.
He's one of the best on the East Coast right here. For real.
Yeah, it's funny because back when I was growing up in grade school, when I was down in Georgia, I'm originally from Philly, but we moved to Georgia after I was like 6 or something like that. But I took this one music class. I actually hated music class because I didn't know what a quarter note, the eighth note, or the scale. I didn't know any of that stuff. So I picked up the guitar about when I was like 12, and that's when I really started getting into music. So my first guitar instructor, like we went over a lot of. I was classically trained, but we eventually moved into like flamenco, like Spanish stuff. So I'm sure you heard that at the show, like the flamenco, the Spanish guitar, and a little bit of blues. But the flamenco kind of resonated with me. So I did a lot of that. And then we just kind of moved around a lot, so I kind of fell off. But I always had different guitar instructors. But I think classical is pretty much my main basis. But anything outside of that is kind of just stuff that I hear. You know, I listen to everything. So I guess that's kind of reflecting my music. So it's not, I don't really focus on just one genre per se. It's just a bunch of different stuff. I might favor some stuff here and there, but for the most part, it's just, just kind of,
you never know what you're gonna find.
Exactly. So I always keep my ears open. You know, so whatever's good, I listen to, and that's kind of reflected in my music. So.
Right. So how did you two meet?
Well, we both attended a college in Pennsylvania.
York College.
Okay.
I don't know why you're doing a free advertisement. I told him about that.
That's where we went to school.
So we went to a college in Pennsylvania. Yeah. And one day, man, I saw him at lunch, and he had a guitar. And man, I'm always trying to connect with new people. And at the time, I had just come off a performance. They invited me to do a performance for College Radio Day, which was pretty cool. And from there, I said, yo, should I talk to this guy? It's going to be a little weird. You know what I mean? He's walking up to him, asking him if he plays guitar. He obviously plays guitar. It's guitar right there. So I walk up to him, and I say, what's up, yo? Do you play? Like, do you just play for fun? What do you do? And he's like, well, I'm a music education major. And I'm like, all right. He's a music major, right? And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I get this opportunity, man, to perform at, what's this place called, man? Market View Arts, which is in downtown York. And it was a 2-hour set. So, a 2-hour set, man, that's crazy long. You feel me? Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. I need some people to kind of fill in, you know what I mean? So I don't want to do the whole set. I need like a little bit of a break. So Moo came down to the venue, and he started to perform. So we were running a little late because my DJ had to rent out some speakers for us. So we ran around campus, driving around campus, got to get this person, the drummer, myself, DJ, other guy named Miles. And so we're like 8 minutes late. So we see Moo up there just rocking. So he's rocking, man. So the original plan was to do individual sets. You know what I mean?
Well, hold on, because we actually have to go to break so we can finish the story.
All right.
When we get back, everyone cool. Stay tuned. Invite your entire friends list because it's going to be a fun show tonight. And stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
I said he's dead. Oh,
6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Okay. Probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like you're dating you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. That's what kind of people. He gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh, man.
Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately. And it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
Period.
the real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you might can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show. You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
Not what's going to happen.
That's exactly.
Do y'all think that we're about to go to war with North Korea?
We're going to get tracked down, huh?
Do you think North Korea is going to bomb us? Is it going to be like a nuclear?
Probably.
No. Probably.
We lost all our allies.
Yep.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Now, is that because of Trump or is that something Obama
Because
did?
of Trump.
He purposely lost them. He said it too. He doesn't want to.
All the people that don't like us now, there are nice pictures of Obama meeting with them.
She said, also look at his past campaign. Most of his endorsements were from the Klan. Y'all about to assassinate me. My phone, my hair keeps getting tangled up in this thing. But I have read this plenty of different times that the Klan, oh my God, y'all about to yell at me so bad. But just tell me if I'm wrong or right. Did they or did they not endorse Obama also?
No, they did not.
Was that a rumor that I heard?
Yes, it
I
was.
swear in my life I have heard that the Klan has endorsed Obama. I'm dead serious, yo. Like, please
be careful leaving.
Can somebody
out of here.
Google that for me? I'm dead serious. Like, I read somewhere. I think it was like when he ran back in
You want to meet his parents?
2008.
These are his parents.
Says who?
Crystal Renee Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We call this the Azrael and Blizzard Takeover. We doing this every third Wednesday of the month. You already know your boy Blizzard
and the Artisan Angel HL7 Azrael, and we have two amazing guests with us.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Right?
Yeah, so continue that story.
All right, man. So we were talking about how, Mu Muhammad and I had first met. So we're talking about musically, obviously. So yeah, man. So like I said, I saw him at lunch, man, and he had a guitar, and I was like, bro, you play the guitar, man. I had a 2-hour show coming up, so I needed some other acts, within it, man. Give myself a little bit of a break, a little leeway time to chill out. And we, my crew, because you wasn't part of the crew yet, a crew pulls up to the venue a little tad bit late, man. Had to pay for parking, and we had to get people, all this and that. And Mu was already playing, so we had planned to do individual sets. But when I got up there, I started doing one of my songs, and Mu just started playing something funky. So I'm like, oh my God, what is this? And for the whole 2 hours, man, we basically just had a jam session. And from there, we were like, yo, we gotta do some original stuff together. Right. And there's songs from that day that we came up with on spot that we use now and that we're recording now on our EP. So
yeah, we did an all-nighter at one point. I think it's close to finals week. So we was yeah. So we were just looking at that video that we did at Mark. We just looked at it like in the footage. We never looked at it till then. Yeah. And we just kind of picking them apart piece by piece. And I don't remember playing like some of the songs there. So we just kind of looked at it again. And I think that's how Coffee Cup was.
Yeah, that's how Coffee Cup.
Yeah, that's actually how.
That's
actually how Coffee. Yeah, that's
creativity right there.
That's actually how Coffee Cup was made, because we just looking at that footage from what way back.
Like 2 months before.
2 months before, and we just like, we did that. So yeah, we just kind of.
Like 4 months before.
Something like
that.
It felt forever, but
a lot of people like that too, man. We just recorded an acoustic version of it a couple nights ago. So
it's a beautiful song. Like what y'all did from being at that show, and I was telling Blizzard and our other host, Miss Be Inspired. Yeah. Hope you're having fun at home, relaxing.
What's up, sir?
But yeah, I was telling them before, like, the dream of an artist is to have a nice band.
Right.
Absolutely.
And like for years, I've been spending time trying to cultivate and find a band. And like every band that I come across, it raises the bar for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, and I love it because it just inspires you to make something a lot more beautiful in the chemistry between the bandmates.
I was talking to Monty Maverick, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
And I was saying to her, man, listen, I've played with accompaniments I've played with accompaniments my whole life. I think I said it, I don't know. People play the piano behind me while I'm singing or I'm doing opera musical theater and all that, but I said it was nothing in the world like having a crazy guitarist behind you and a trombonist and multiple drummers, and you guys are all in it for the same goal to put on one heck of a show.
Right.
And the feeling's incredible.
Yeah.
It's I can't even describe it.
Yeah, actually, during your performance, Monty, I'm pretty sure I told you, Monty was inspired by your thing, and like 2 days later, we went and we started recording that song that she showed you. And
which one was that?
You had to be at the after party. Real talk, she did it. She performed at the after party. Man, it was killer.
About that, yeah.
Yo, it was killer. It was killer. Yeah, for real.
That's what's up.
But also, and this also goes for any artist listening. Feel free to contact me. But so, actually, I'm a part of a program that's also around here called Victorious Productions. We're a non-profit and we're connected to the Baltimore Algebra Project. We are currently looking for people to train artists. So if y'all are interested or you know anyone else interested, we're currently trying to build our crew for the next session. So as for pay and stipends, we're working on that. It all depends on the grants that we get. But if you're interested, feel free to let me know and contact me. Because, that's what we do.
So y'all got any projects out right now?
I have a project out titled Envious Affection.
Alright.
And a couple singles off there doing very, very well on Spotify, man. Like I said, one of them averaging right now is averaging like 2,000 views, 2,000 streams, 2,000 new listeners a month, and it's only been out for 2 months. So, and that song's titled Envy on Envious Affection.
Videos, YouTube.
Yeah, we have.
I know y'all probably got some performance videos too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. That's what we have a lot. We have a good amount of live videos out. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, live videos are pretty cool. They're pretty fun.
So my favorite question for artists. Wait, how much time do we have again? Okay, well then that's gonna be a question that we're gonna get back to because so that's gonna be a question that we really have to get back to. But I'm gonna give y'all a little heads up. The question is, what got you into music in the first place? So, that's too deep.
That's too deep for a minute. That's too deep for a minute.
I've had to answer the question like 15 times, so I got the story down.
So
that's too deep for a minute.
We'll get right back to answering that question as soon as we get off a break. So thank you for listening. Bring not just 10 of your friends, invite your entire friends list, all of them to come to the show, chill with us, call in, text in, and spam, comment, everything. And stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
My bad.
Come on, Blizzard.
My bad. I think
everybody on Facebook Live, I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure to call in, man. Ask me some questions y'all want to ask. Good amount of people tuned in tonight, so get your voice heard.
He just called me.
Mind the Richard right in here, man. We rising.
Yeah,
like I said, thank you again to everybody. You already know. Always. You always gotta keep, you gotta keep yourself hydrated on air.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You
are tuned in to Be Exposed Radio. Renee Radio Show.
Plenty of them. We call them pen pals in my family.
So glad you said that word, because I've actually found out that there are websites, ladies and gentlemen. There are dating websites for men who are incarcerated. Yes. I'm so fucking lonely. I just may sign up for one of those websites.
Don't do it.
Don't you think I shouldn't?
Because they passing your letters around.
Oh, is that what they do?
And one of his friends go send you a letter, and then they go wind up asking you for a Verizon phone card and a couple dollars on their books because they just spent all that money.
You know a little bit too much.
Their daughter. I told you I have uncles.
Okay.
I know the game.
All right. Well, we're going to talk more about the game. The topic of the day, you guys, is called Dangerously in Love. Pen Pals.
Edition.
Your little call me up 410-702-5657.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook
I didn't even say that. That's kind of
called me a coon, but it's
coon.
It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday, I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. If you want to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, she was basically bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You gotta tell. It's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. Since she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. Her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey. I don't know what it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holliday money, but me personally, I feel as though like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show, because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter, I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
You're here with your host, HL7 Azrael.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
What's up, man? It's your mind, WJ Wright, singer, songwriter, producer, saxophonist.
What's going on? Muammar Muhammad, a.k.a. Mu. What's going on?
Yeah, so before we left, I asked y'all the question.
Yeah.
What got you... Oh, we have a caller.
Okay. Now we can put the headphones on.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you all taking questions?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Yeah, I had a question for Imani Wright. Is he able to take a question now or not?
Hey, how you doing? What's up?
Hey, question. I was wondering where you got the inspiration for the name Swano.
That's a great question. So for people who don't know online, Swano is my clothing line, and also the sub name for Moo and I as a tandem. So Swano came from basically an ad lib that I was using on some of my first songs, and it's really a word that just kind of came out of nowhere. It was just like Swano. And eventually my dad was like, man, what does Swano mean as well? So I really had to develop a reasoning and a concept behind Swano. And now Swano means individualism, virtuosity, and idealism. And that's what is encompassed within yourself. So that's what the clothing line's about, and that's what we're about as a group.
Well, apparently the caller hung up. Well, hopefully they got
that
their
was
answer.
too. That was too real of an answer, right?
You just
wowed them. You just yeah.
They were overwhelmed.
She's like, that's all I need to hear.
So, what got y'all into music? And by music, to clarify, like, what got you to want to start and brought you to where you are?
Want to tackle this first, man?
Go ahead, bro.
Trying to think. I guess I have to start with me picking up the guitar first. So when me pick up the guitar is, it's kind of a cheesy story, but y'all remember Lilo and Stitch?
Yes.
And y'all remember how Stitch was on the beach?
I wasn't expecting
doing this thing. Yeah. So
where's that bell?
With my mind, you get the bell?
Hit my bell. Where is it? Never mind.
They done kidnapped the bell?
Go ahead.
But my mom, she wanted, we were doing homeschool, she wanted to incorporate music. She wanted to incorporate music, so me and my brother and sister, we all took the different instruments. I remember, Stitch doing his thing on the beach, so that's what, I'll pick up the guitar, and from there, just, like I said before, just me listening to just different stuff, and yeah, just kind of broadening my horizon, just different types of music and stuff like that, and yeah.
Man, you can read the Baltimore Times with an article about me, man. One of the first sentences, man, is a story I tell about my father playing Miles Davis's album Tutu before I was even born, next to my mother when I was in the womb. And just, I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but Miles Davis is my #1 inspirer now, right? But what really, really, really got me into music, man, was this book that I read. And there was a poem in the book. And from the poem, I was inspired, man, by the poem, and I wanted to, and it had like a real rhythmic feel to it. The poem had a real rhythmic feel. And from there, man, I wanted to start writing music, man. So my dad gave me the book. I read it. Within the book, there was this poem, and then from there, I wrote a song based on that poem. So, boom, music started.
That's deep, bro. You need a documentary, man.
Yep.
I have a mini one on YouTube, actually. It's called Swano, Imani WJ Wright.
Okay.
Well,
check it out.
Y'all should check it out. So, y'all seem like very accomplished artists. Like, y'all seem like y'all kind of have it pretty together.
It's stressful, but we're trying to get together.
Yeah.
Nah, we I appreciate the comment, bro. Thank you.
So when it comes to music, what is the greatest experience that y'all ever had? Like when I was in high school, we had to write a college essay, and our topic was, something. A milestone, great milestone.
Yeah.
I wrote my milestone about my very first big performance in the theater and my first standing ovation.
Oh.
And everybody has that one point to where at one time they thought they really sat there and said, you know what, I can actually do this.
Yeah.
What was your moment?
So basically you asking me when was my moment where I actually said, this is for me?
Yeah.
Man, believe it or not, I mean, as far as me knowing how I can take this thing to another level, I would say, man, when I was like 17 years old, I had a whole bunch of opportunities, man, hit me. Not just opportunities, but accomplishments. When I got into the art school that I was in, I didn't feel that confident about my ability to sing in other languages, man, and to really just be a great performer. Right. But I ended up winning Singer of the Year at that school.
We actually have a caller.
Okay, we have another caller. Wow. All right.
We got a caller.
We breaking records tonight.
What's up?
What's going on?
Hello. They hung up.
They hung up. All right.
Man, you got these callers fainting, man.
The Peabody Institute gave me an Outstanding Performance Award. The school I went to, man, gave me High School Singer of the Year, and I put on top of that, I got into the National, like I said, Washington National Opera, and there, man, we performed at the Kennedy Center in front of 1,200, and in front of Renee Fleming, who actually sung the national anthem at the Super Bowl a couple years ago, man. So, when all three of those accomplishments hit me, I said, man, come on, this has to be a sign that I can do this thing for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually been haven't thought about that late until like recently. So I always knew I wanted to perform, but what made me want to take it to the next level, I don't know. I guess whenever what was my first open mic? I don't know. Something just hit me where I just working at just different jobs here and there, and I wasn't really focused on music. At one point, I just kind of got outside my bubble and said, I want to just kind of hit the road and kind of see what else is out there. So I think I first started going to open mics, took trips down to Philly, and I met a few people there, and we just kind of started, doing some stuff there. So I think so my dream has always been, to have the band like kind of you were talking about how you have like a singer, you have, your bass player, you have your drummer, your rapper, your singer. I always had that vision. So I think it was a matter of me just kind of going out and just finding it wherever it may be, whether it be, a different city, wherever I got to travel up and down the East Coast to find it.
He will.
At some, at some point, I figured this was what I want to do. So.
All right. So then, because you brought it up, like, what is your ideal composition for like a band? Personally, mine's is a rapper, singer, and then guitar, drums, keys, maybe a little bit of bass and horns.
Yeah.
And what more can you ask for? Like,
that's
what more can you ask for?
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole set right there. Like that's all you can really ask for, really.
Can I answer that?
Missing is a violin and a xylophone.
I mean, I can tell you as far as a small combo goes, I love what we had last Friday, man. We had one guy on the drum set, we had one guy on the conga. Sometimes you had me on the box drum, and then you have crazy guitars, electric and acoustic. And you see, I think you need versatile people as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think if y'all can drop an instrument and pick up another one on stage, that's crazy. We had a trombonist and we had a DJ. And I don't know, man. I don't know what else I really.
Yeah. What all you really need?
Now, as far as the big combo goes, obviously background singers, a whole horn section, a pianist, keyboardist. But small combo, I kind of like that one horn, two vocalists, drum set, maybe another percussionist, guitar.
I think it depends on the song too.
Yeah.
The song too, on what night it calls for,
I mean, but you know what I'm saying? You don't go into a show, picking up different people due to the song, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm talking about going into the show, how many people you have set.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So besides yourself, besides your music, what do you grow up on, and like who do you listen to now, if you listen to anything?
Yeah, like I said, man, before I was born, I listened to Miles Davis. I still listen to Miles now. That's a huge inspiration, man. I play the saxophone as well, and so Miles, Freddie Mercury from the group Queen, Marvin Gaye, of course. I listen to the 90s group Intro. I listen to I like The Weeknd now. I'm just getting into The Weeknd.
Yeah.
His voice is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
His voice is insane, actually.
Yeah.
Listen a little bit of Drake,
Yeah, Drake that guy.
Yeah, on the modern side, that's all I listen to. So.
Yeah. To be honest, when it comes to artists and a lot of people, so I've been slowly getting like closer and closer to liking Drake. And what I've realized from the time of me growing and me actually looking at what he does, I feel like, and I'll be bold enough to say this, Drake is one of the top artists, just off top.
That's a fact.
I'll give Drake that.
Yeah.
Top, what you talking about? His artistry or like his record sales? What do you mean about top?
Oh, no, okay. So when I talk about music, I never talk about sales, because sales...
I'm clarifying for the people with Facebook.
Right. If you're talking about like quality of music, sales don't mean anything. So all you people who are always like, but they sell, who cares? Like, makes no difference.
Yeah.
Really
but
don't.
in the pure artistry of it, people will always say that, some people have more bars than Drake or all this other stuff, but music, and I've realized it, is not all bars, and Drake is able to combine, and like it really inspires me, and it's why I look to work with more people, because his type of music, although he stays in like certain branches, he can go from like giving you bars to something like passion fruit. He's
versatile.
It's the versatility.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's so important, because it's even inspired me, and it makes you want to work with people who get you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because once you start, it's very hard to break out of the box because that's what comes natural to you.
Yeah. You see, honestly, man, we all have heard that artist who has amazing lyrics, man, but doesn't know how to execute them.
Right.
And we've all heard that artist with a beautiful voice, but just terrible lyrics. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know. It's all about having that continuity within your music, which I think you and I try to strive for.
Yeah.
That continuity. Yeah.
Absolutely. And y'all had it because y'all had the chemistry. Like I remember when you were on the guitar, I forget which song it was, but like you were doing some like solo, and then he started coming in and singing, and like y'all were just in unison, and like each time he would give a small signal to cut certain parts, y'all would be with it. Y'all would instantly respond.
Yeah.
And I peeped that.
Yeah, and we was actually looking at the video a couple of days ago, and we was actually talking about that same thing. I actually pointed that out to him. Like, I think at one point he did like a 180 spin. He did something to me, did something like for tape. We just kind of brought it to switch to a whole different thing. So just like that on cue, gesture, we just kind of pick up on quickly. And we haven't been performing that long, but our wavelengths are we're on the same wavelength, so we kind of just naturally just vibe. So
that's what it is.
Hey, Ms. Rhonda, how you doing?
You have any more questions for him, Blizzard? You already know where.
I see, man.
Step is.
Like, how do you get in the zone?
Oh, come on, it's nothing to it. I mean, you Moose starts playing the guitar, I'm there.
Word.
Play it, whatever. Go ahead, play it. I'm there, because especially man, if we're if we're doing a song like Coffee Cup or Started, and you know the crowd's gonna love it, and you're gonna feel the crowd, man, and they're gonna feel you. You play that first note, we're there.
Oh, word. That's what it is.
Teray, man, he mentioned something about us possibly playing live on air tonight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So
I just remember you saying that, and my people, I'm being asked, you know, what's going on.
I was definitely going to. That's why I said where my next step was.
That's the next step.
Yep. You already know. Every time we get a musical
Stop
guest
saying
on
no.
here,
Say snow.
You already snow. You already snow, Blizzard.
We not saying no more. We saying snow.
You already snow. Shout out to Blizzard, trademark. But every time I get a musical guest on here, they have to do something, because I'm always a person who believes you can show better than you can tell. If anyone has any questions about what y'all do or how y'all do it, that's gonna answer it.
People asking if they can hear something, and we already ahead of y'all.
Yeah,
we here.
Yeah, y'all already there. But how much time do we have left? Okay, so we only have a minute left. So as soon as we come back, then
sounds great.
Y'all can go.
Sounds
right
good.
Into it.
Right to work.
I'm
right.
with it.
All right.
I'm ready to vibe.
All right, we vibing it, baby.
We here, man. Guitar in here for nice.
Already.
Yeah. So this is the Blizzard and Azrael takeover. It's already lit. I'm glad that you tuned in with us, but it's not over yet. Stay tuned. Invite your whole I was about to say playlist. Invite your whole friends list, because they're not going to want to miss this. If you're a good friend, you would do it. If you don't, you know, if I was your friend, I'd kind of be mad at you. But that's besides the point. So be sure to stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show on the award-winning Be Exposed Radio.com.
Swan off.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question, because the truth is going to come out. Exactly. Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it, because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show. You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing. Not just simply being told things, or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it, because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the
What's going on?
on BeExposedRadio.com. You already know you're here with your boy HL7 Azrael.
And you already know times 2, your boy Blizzard.
What's up? See, mine WJ Wright, singer, songwriter, producer, saxophonist.
What's going on? It's Muammar Muhammad, a.k.a. Moo. What's going on?
And you know, it's your boy, Mr. Vocalistic Decoy, repping all day like Shaw Day.
It's lit in here tonight. The Azrael and Blizzard take over. Every third Wednesday of the month. We're about to get lit like this, but I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's let them get into what they do.
All right, cool. So this is a rendition of my song "Started," which is on my EP "Envious Affection," and we're gonna go ahead and do it. Here we go. That's good. Yeah. It all started with a kiss, hey. It ain't do no more than this, ho. It all started with a kiss, hey. It ain't do no more than this, ho. It all started with a kiss. It all started with a kiss. can stop now.
You can chill now. I think they got the.
All right, cool.
Don't give them too much. They got to pay for this site. They got to pay for this
That's
site.
something. You can find Started everywhere, man. Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube, Spotify. That's everywhere. Started.
Yeah.
Go ahead and plug all y'all social medias, every single one, because they need to find y'all.
Yeah, they do.
What's up, man? Like I said again, it's Imani WJ Wright. You can find me on Instagram as Imani WJ Wright 1. So IMANI WJ WRIGHT, the number 1. You can find me on Facebook as Imani WJ Wright. Once again, IMANI WJ Wright. SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere you listen to music, man.
Yeah. Moon Muhammad, Instagram, MIM0630. Also on Facebook, full name MUAMMARMUHA Also have SoundCloud. I do have a single on SoundCloud. It's an instrumental track because I'm an instrumentalist at heart. Again, MUAMMARMUHA and the song's called Don't Stop.
Come in, one more plug real quick. You guys can find all of my merchandise. We got some pretty cool stuff up there, man, on noveltyme.com. NOVELTYMI.com. Noveltyme.com, man. And if you check out my social media accounts, we're always posting discounts. And I have a 15% discount going on right now if you check out my social media. So, what's going on?
All right. Yeah. That was amazing. Everyone follow them on all the social medias listed. I guarantee you, y'all will not be disappointed. And hello, Decoy.
What's up, brother? What's up, brother? How you feeling?
Good.
What's going on?
Peace to the brothers,
Can
man.
you tell our viewers about yourself?
Sure can. As you said before, my name is Mr. Vocalistic, a.k.a. Decoy. I'm an independent artist on Full Stereo Recordings and association with Rep Your Grind Management. I'm originally from Long Beach, California. Born in Orlando, moved to Long Beach, California by way of everywhere.
Long Beach.
You know, so I'm bi-coastal. That's what I call myself.
Bi-coastal.
And let's see, I produce here and there. I'm an MC. I'm an artist. I can choreograph. I mean, I'm pretty much like a chameleon when it comes to talent-wise. Whatever's like I absorb it all. Not saying that I'm taking in what they got, but it's like, you know what I'm saying. You always borrow a little bit for something,
right? Well, since we're already on the train of showing off what we got, you have anything to show us?
Oh yeah. I can do a little something. Let's see. Hold on, let me get some of this Sprite, cause
obey your thirst.
Got to, you know what I'm saying? Perfectly fitted, get with it as I rip out the mouth of the Ralph runners, making them zip it. They've been consistent with the bullshit. Able to
language.
Oh, my bad. True. Okay. All right, we're gonna do it like this here.
We apologize.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's been given. Right. You know, it happens. Hold on. My style's funky, like a drummer for James Brown's army. You Johnny come lately app, Nick, it's funny. I'm off for that honey bunny, I'll show you how it's done like Theo. For my people, I'm jamming on the one. You alley cats can't do me none. You be getting sun, while I'm the father figure, the hardest spitter with a hair trigger. You staring amazed, cause I'm that, make a climax like a track, producer J Dilla. The real is what I give you. I said it several times, do you remember? Matter of fact, scratch that, cause it's obvious you don't have a backbone. Your dome gets cracked for trying to act strong. You're dead wrong. Followers come along. I'm about to get it on. This grown man got something really big in his plans. Everybody should stand up. Move that chair. Your ass won't be sitting over there. Put 2 fingers straight up in the air. I might shed a tear for the people who ain't here, but I'll put it right here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we actually have a minute left. That was great. So Be Inspired family, be sure to stay tuned today, because the show is not over. We still have a lot left to give y'all. Invite your entire friends list. I'll say that one more time. Invite your entire friends list, because you already know it's going to be a lit show.
There you go.
You see, I rhymed, and I'm a poet, and I ain't even know it. Woo! Now, stay tuned to the Be Inspired radio show, only on the award-winning Be Exposed Radio.com.
Yes.
I thought you was gonna have more money today.
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is, 9/11.
Are they ready to? I know they're not ready to accept it, but yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Like, how many of them are really ready to think about it like that?
None.
You know, like
I think the problem is
like
I don't even know how we got here, but it's inbred. You're not born to hate people. You're not born to distinguish between black and white and Asian and Hispanic. That's something that you're taught. You're taught. Point blank, period. My daughter came home and told me that her white teacher was black. Maybe it's because it's how she treated her. She don't see any color. But when it comes to all her friends, all her friends are mixed. All of her friends have a white parent, black, African, Hispanic, other parent.
So
children don't see color. You breed your children. Not breed. You raise your children to see that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They don't see racism.
Well, I guess
I met a little girl who had a black doll, and she said because the black dolls are prettier than the white dolls. But then I've taken a black doll and a white doll and put it in front of two kids, and it's a study that they've done before. You put it in front of two kids, and you put it in front of a kid, and you ask them which one is the nice one.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with your boy HL7 Azrael.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
What's up, man? My WJ Wright, singer, songwriter, producer, saxophonist.
Muhammad. Oh man, I'm slipping up here. Guitarist, Swano. Yeah.
And of course, it's your boy Decoy, aka the vocalistic one.
Yeah. Decoy.
Oh wait, I forgot it already snowed. Cause blizzard's here. Never mind. I'm just being, my mind's jumping all over the place.
We ain't got no candy. It's all good.
Yeah. Usually we
sober.
Have candy here every day, and like we just binge on
sour candy like everywhere.
So, my favorite question for artists.
Yes.
What got you into music?
Oh man, started when I was 7. I got into music. My pops is a jazz artist. And plus, my mom just played, music around the house. Me and my sister used to, like, when we used to be in the house together, like, my mom was at work or something, when she was out, we'd be at the crib, we'd just be listening to records was like PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? We'd listen to the records, look at the album covers, read the lyrics and everything, and just get a picture of the, try to picture what they was talking about as the music, because we were playing this like a motion picture and everything. But yeah, I was inspired since then, man. But I think album covers, just seeing album covers and listening to them and seeing how my pops and everybody reacted to the music.
So speaking of album covers, I read an article a while ago, and it was talking about the importance of an album cover in relation to the music. How important do you think that album cover is?
It plays a major part, especially if it's your first release. So that's what people gonna remember you by. Because a lot of times, if you could look at the legends, you say a name and a song, but a certain album pops in your head as soon as you hear the name or the title of the song. So I think that plays a big part, and it plays to probably people's imagination too. You can kind of like be mysterious with it. It's a lot of ways you can go with it, but I do think it plays a big part in the artist promotion wise.
So when it comes to the mystery of being like the mystery of the cover and it leading to what you think the artist is, what do you think about people that use their the mystery of being an artist to be someone who they're usually not?
Role playing.
Yeah.
Role playing. And like people like it's just like something that you always want to live out your imagination through your music. And you can pretty much be whatever you want to, you know, in your music with anything, you know.
Yeah.
It's a story.
So Decoy, you got a dope show coming up this Saturday,
yes,
man. Let's
man. This Saturday, man.
Yeah.
I wish y'all could. I want everybody, if you can, man, come through. We gonna have a good time, man. Vibe out. Myself, of course, my homie Blaze.
You already
blazing the
knew.
stage. I got Tater G coming through. Beast the Bully, Honey Stacks, my girl niece. My bad. I'm messing up names right now. Bree Snow.
Yeah.
The homie Bishop Raz. Can't forget my homie Bishop Raz. Nemesis. You know, the host, of course, Barbie Comedy. The homie Big DJ Twiz is gonna be holding it down, and it's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be real nice. It's gonna be a different mix of good hip hop and good music, man.
Right.
I've been seeing Twiz a lot everywhere.
Twiz everywhere. Shouts out to DJ Twiz.
That's Twiz stay biz.
Twiz stay biz, man.
You have any questions?
Pretty much, yeah, man. That's bro right there. So.
Okay, well, so you
already man. You already
Let me ask the host a question.
You already know.
When you hearing this new artist that's getting ready to come out, you haven't heard what he done yet.
Right.
He's buzzing. What's the first thing you're looking for when you do hear this guy? Are you looking for, is he living up to the hype, or is he gonna catch my attention with something different?
Suffice it to say, I usually look for the originality, and I try to see, and like I try to focus on who you are as an artist. But sometimes, for certain occasions, you can't ignore the hype, because when it comes down to it, and like that's why as soon as the hype comes, I usually won't necessarily listen to them, because of the fact to where people have talked about you for so much to where it's like if you're not what they say you are,
you already declined them already.
Right.
You haven't right. That's messed up, but it's like that.
Right, but it's true. Like, okay, so in a perfect example for movies, Batman versus Superman. That movie was ridiculously hyped up. Have any of you saw it?
I haven't seen it.
I
heard it got mixed reviews though.
That movie was, I want my money back. Like it was not good. So yeah. I mean, and I feel like it's literally because of the hype. So when you're looking at an artist, it's good to try to throw out all of those things, but I feel like it does play a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like something different, something new, something, you know what I mean, you never heard before, like a different flow or different, you know, like somebody making their own genre of music, like that's dope for real.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm on.
Too many people sound similar these days, in my opinion, and it's tragic because for pointing it out and, you know, trying to get people to be more original and come into themselves, people kind of get mad about it, but I'm not gonna spill any tea. So
that's real soapbox.
Trip, you know who got me like that? When I first heard him, I was kind of sleeping on him because, like he said, he fit the criteria, all of what sounds like. But I listened to him, and the dude can really spit, and that's Big Sean.
Big Sean is amazing. Yeah, I agree. Big Sean is underrated.
I slept on him.
I slept on him a little bit.
And Wiz. Both of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Wiz definitely
I feel like I'm going to get persecuted for this because I always am, and I want everyone in the room to chime in because this is gonna be hilarious. But
am I gonna get struck by lightning?
You might.
In the snow.
So I
possible.
First, I think. Don't get me wrong, these are amazing artists, but I think they're overrated. I'm gonna name 4 off bat, and it's gonna get me killed.
Vlad.
Cole, Kendrick, Pac, and Biggie, right off top.
And we have to be part of this.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
He's trolling.
He's trolling.
I'm gonna check out.
I don't even know. I was quiet, man. It's not my segment, but I mean, what do you? Come on, bro.
So
I'm over. Let me hear it again.
You kind of lost us on that one, yeah.
J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Pac, and Biggie, especially Pac and Biggie.
You're saying they're overrated?
You're saying overrated, far as like what?
Just
as an MC?
I'm about to check out of this.
No, pause.
I'm about to check out of this.
Cole and Kendrick, I'll more say overhyped. Pac and Biggie, I will say they are completely overrated. I will
really.
How much Pac and Biggie? Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna go into which one I like the most. I'm not gonna talk about who I like and all those. But I'm gonna ask you this: how much of Biggie's catalog have you listened to?
So I won't say I've listened to like all of his music.
Then I'm just debunk then. I can't. Come on now.
Okay, no. So when you're talking about an artist, you usually don't listen to their whole catalog before you make a judgment of it. You give them, first of all, you'll listen to a couple songs on your own, and as soon as people start to debate you, then you ask them to give you songs to listen to show you why you're wrong.
Now, sometimes it depends on how hard the song is, because you can go with that one song and just be like, yo, this dude is nasty.
Right. Yeah. But, so, my issue is, I can say that Pac and Biggie were not... Okay, first of all, Biggie, his wordplay and lyrically, he was pretty good. So, and Pac, his strength was just he was saying something. Now... the only reason I say they're overrated is because they're still named the greatest of all time. So there is a thing in music, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, when an artist dies.
I was just about to say that. I think that they definitely played a major part.
It goes all the way up. And then beefs are already something big in the music community. So they died and they were the face of an East Coast, West Coast beef.
But I don't think they was overrated at all.
That shot, okay, so
come on,
okay. What are you? But like,
they were already looked upon as the greatest during their time, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's why they were the face of the East and the West, because they were the best.
But that's what I'm saying. I will say they're great during their time. Greatest of all time, definitely not.
Well, who's better? You going? Don't hit me with Jay-Z or nothing, like, please.
Look, first of all,
we about to do
it. The same people that I just named, Cole and Kendrick, are better than them. I'll put.
Oh, geez,
what
is going on?
How?
Okay, hold up.
How?
As far as Kate, hold up, man. First of all, Ready to Die is a conceptual album that I think is one of the best of all time. Deco, help me out here. I know you listen to Ready to Die.
I'm listening.
You listen to Ready to Die, haven't you? You listen to Ready to Die, front and back. Okay, now you got his whole lifespan, right? You got from his birth to suicidal thoughts at the end, right, which is his death. So the concept of the album is brilliant. It's a book. It's a brilliant story. Man. It's a brilliant story. And then on top of that, man, this man's cadence, his wordplay, his concepts during songs, man, his double, triple entendres in songs. I'm talking about Biggie here. It's just incredible. And I think that it's hard. I think he's a trailblazer too for how guys rap today. Yeah. So it's hard to really take a jab at the trailblazer, man.
Okay, so no, I'm not taking a jab, and I feel like it's kind of misconstrued what you say when you say someone's overrated or overhyped. For example, Cole and Kendrick, I will say the reason that I say they're overhyped is because when they first came out, you could literally not do anything without being compared to Cole and Kendrick. I mean, it was a video of a kid rapping online, and he was nice. I go to the comments, and guess what? The first thing I see is he's nice, but he's not Kendrick.
Well, that's just one.
But I'm saying all throughout their like I will never say Kendrick's not an amazing artist, because when I really sit down and listen to him, how he puts songs together and what he does on an engineering level, because I sit and listen for that, it's amazing, and the concepts of his album are amazing. But I feel like they're kind of taken to a whole, like, people take it to a whole new level, because it's different from when you're sitting in a room talking to like musicians or other artists about what they think about it, and they're like just saying, you know, they're appreciating what it is. And then there's people who are just going to, because not all of my friends are artists, and in a lot of the communities I'm in, it's just a bunch of people who are sitting there like, oh my God, Kendrick is like not talking about drugs and stuff, and they're taking him to God level for not even the right reasons.
Okay, hey Blizzard and Deco, help me out with this one, please.
I'm listening.
All right.
Let's see, a lot of these people they think Macklemore is the greatest. You know, come on,
man. We all know LeBron's great, but we always gonna say he ain't Jordan, right? So a lot of people gonna say we always going to Kobe's great, but we always gonna say, you know what I'm saying? And we always gonna say he's not Jordan. Of course, you know what I mean?
So he's old, like there are a lot of
that doesn't equal somebody being overrated because how people take it, right?
I said
it's like religion, bro. It's
I said he's overhyped. That's why there's a difference between overrated and overhyped.
But you said Biggie.
No, you said
overrated.
You said overrated.
Okay, let me ask you
Pac,
this.
I'll stand by that.
Let me ask you this. What would they have to do, or what they could have done for them to equal out to?
So,
you were saying them could be
so for them
considered
to
to be
equal
in
out,
place.
I feel like, and it's not in their control. I feel like if they would have lived longer to actually like grow more, then they would have been able to really gain.
Now we can say that about Biggie, but Pac was putting in work.
He was, but I just can't like. Okay, so back to the Drake example.
I'm confused what you're saying. So now you're saying they could have lived more and then
no, I'm saying because also I love the growth of it. So Drake, for example, let's go back to Drake. 2 minutes. All right, I gotta save myself in 2 minutes. So back to Drake. My thing was, and how I said, Drake is so diverse. And when I was coming up, I wasn't even really like, my mom wasn't a big hip hop person. So then as I started getting into the hip hop community, I was being shown that lyrics are everything. As I start coming up, I start realizing, and hear me out, I start realizing that it's a lot more to lyrics, because there are some people with bomb lyrics, but they can't put a song together. I feel like, I'm not saying that they can't put songs together. I just feel like their structures and how the songs were kind of composed, it got kind of, it plateaued for me. I didn't see much, like, it's like I'm looking to see the growth. Like, you can see growth between Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly. You can see the obvious, like, growth there.
I don't think it's I think it's content. I don't think it. Well, I won't speak too much. I think Good Kid, Mad City, and Pimp a Butterfly. I'm not the biggest Kendrick fan, but but I'm not gonna argue if someone said he was the greatest. I'm not gonna argue with that. But Good Kid, Mad City, I think it's concept. I think The Pimp a Butterfly was a conscious.
Yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly
is album, and then the Good Kid, Mad City was something completely else.
Now, let's not get confused. Like, because the album's conscious is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think people have that.
Of course not.
That misconception.
It's two separate. It's two different albums.
We're actually about to have to go on break. So
we're gonna still talk though. After
stay tuned to the BXY Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
yeah. Well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook
I didn't even say that. That's kind of
called me a coon, but it's
coon.
It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday. I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. If you're going to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, she was basically, she was bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You gotta say, it's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. As soon as she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
now we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, today on The View was basically, it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. Her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey. I don't know what it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holliday money, but me personally, I feel as though, like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show Because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter. I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yeah. You now tune into we back live on the Be Inspired Radio Show. As real Blizzard Takeover. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And the artisan angel HL7 Azrael.
We still got the bro Decoy in the building.
What's goody? What's goody?
And walking through the door.
Hey.
Fashionably chic tour rhymes, boys.
We're boys tonight. Bars.
That was bars.
Bars.
That was bars. Walking through the door, fashionably chic tour.
What's up? So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
And our other guest.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. So, how has everyone been doing this lovely cold evening?
Gosh.
I was about to say that cold, busy, and blessed though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I blame Blizzard.
I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than what it was though. I was ready to be home.
Yeah.
Work from home today, but
I tried, man. At least I ain't had to go to work today.
Yeah.
Right.
No school.
So, go ahead.
So hey, I'm super excited. Hello to Naomi. She's not here, so I'm covering in her place today.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, so y'all been doing a takeover. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
It's been good. So I'm Valicia here with Fashionably Chic Tour, and I have the pleasure of filling in for Naomi just for today for our awesome and special guest. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sharif Small. I'm have a tax accountant and financial planning practice. Called SJS Financial Firm. So we work with a lot of small businesses, nonprofits, do bookkeeping, payroll, taxes, making sure your business runs efficiently, effectively. We also do financial planning. So we help you gain control of your finances, put you on that plan to build wealth for yourself, but most importantly, transfer that wealth to the next generation. In addition to my for-profit, I also run my own nonprofit called Financial Power Movement. And we do a lot of financial literacy workshops and events within the community. So we've done home ownership workshops, entrepreneurship workshops. We also do a wealth diversity summit where we touch on socioeconomic poverty and inequalities that affect us from achieving true wealth. Next week, we're actually doing a real estate investor workshop. So we have information where people, of course, looking to flip houses, looking to do flip houses and do things of that nature, rental properties. But what we're really trying to do is give people to think about doing real estate development. Because from real estate development, we can rebuild, our neighborhood, because we got 16,000 vacant houses and we need to do something about it. And once
that's crazy here in Baltimore.
My bad, I was going a little too much.
No. That was cool. When you ring the bell, that's that means,
okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Facts,
So my thing is that
facts.
if we can redevelop our neighborhoods, then we can more redevelop our school systems, and then from there we can build a better quality for life within our communities. At the end of the day, our communities are very impoverished. They're poor, and I have a problem with that. I grew up in a park area, so I grew up in poverty. I didn't live in a poverty as far as my household, but as far as in the neighborhood, it was impoverished. And 30 to 40 years later, we still have that problem. And that's the reason why I started my nonprofit, so we can try to provide that education, information, resources, so we can build wealth for themselves as well. In addition to that, I'm also running for a Central Democratic Committee as well. I ran for City Council a couple of years ago. In a couple of years, I plan on running for state delegate. My goal to Jack is to bring those resources that are on the state level to the local level. Because we got to realize we got to use the political power in the right way. And unfortunately, it's been, used in the wrong way. So that's a little bit about myself. I'm happily married man. I got married last year.
Congratulations.
My baby's, thank you, is listening to, on the phone. So she's actually works for a title company, so she's a part of the event and things of that nature. So we're, pretty much doing, things together. Got married last year, plan on having some kids in the next, year or so. And, trying to build, a family, God's way. I'm a God-fearing man, so try to do it his way. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Appreciate
yeah.
We need more brothers like you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So yeah, I just wanted to ask you. I know that you said a mouthful right there.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
I have a little gift of gab, you know.
So when you initially got into the whole finances and taxes and everything, what was your whole mission behind it? Just your purpose for it.
Well, I got to give you a little story. My dad did taxes for 15 years. From 89 to 04, and then I worked for 5 years, and then I actually just pretty much, bought them out. And what I learned was, any and everything that we do, there are tax implications when it really comes down to it. But then I wanted to take a step further. I wanted to work with more business nonprofits, but then also I had a purpose in getting into financial planning as well. And just where I grew up at and things of that nature, I see that we lack financial planning, we lack financial education, and we lack financial advice. And I see that too much within our neighborhood and our community. That was one of my driving forces, was getting into that industry so I can, give back and try to help build wealth within, my communities. I mean, and that really come down. It was pretty much my purpose.
Gotcha.
That was something that God had really called me to do, because it's something that I enjoyed. Number one. Number two, I did it for free for a good period of time. So when you really enjoy what you're doing, you do it for free. You do it for the love, and because I worked for a practice and I went independent from my own, and from there I've been made a lot of mistakes, but from there I've learned and continued to grow and build, a business and working on building a family and help other people build, their lives as well. So.
Exactly, that's good. So I know that you come across so many people in all vast in terms of their income levels, and those who have a bad relationship with money. What's some advice you can offer to that individual whose relationship with money has not always been on the up and up? Yeah.
First, seek professional help.
Okay.
Highly recommend that you do that.
Because that's like, when we get therapy, we get help for our mental situation. So I can see that.
Just like if you go to the doctor, it's like you feel a pain. You want to go to the doctor so you can get the medication, to stop that pain from continuing to keep on going. If you made some bad financial decisions, continue to do that. You want to see professional help so they can get you on the right path and give you the advice and the guidance to get you where you need to be. So that's the first thing. Second thing, you need to have a budget. And that's the key thing, is having a budget and tracking.
That's like a scary word when you hear it.
Because people
think scary to a lot of people.
You think a budget, you think you can't do anything.
Like punishment,
right?
It's all the same thing.
Yes,
you can't do it just when you do it.
Right.
It takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah, it's a lot of discipline. There's a lot of planning that goes into it, and there's a difference between immediate gratification and delayed gratification, if that makes sense. We all want that immediate gratification.
So
but you gotta think of the delayed gratification. That's how you build true wealth, because you gotta think of what's your ultimate goal. What is your end game, right? So there's some sacrifices that you have to make. But if you make those sacrifices now, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor later. So
that's good. And I'm sure you have seen from the advice you've given to your clients, the sacrifices, the fruit from it. Okay.
If they follow it, yes.
Right. Because I was just recently, I was listening to Lisa Nickel. Are you familiar with her? I'm sure.
It sounds familiar.
So Lisa Nickel is this well-known
I think I've heard of them.
coach.
Yeah.
And she was just talking about, she was like, she had a bad relationship with money. It stemmed from perhaps her family upbringing and so forth. And she worked 2 jobs, almost, barely homeless and so forth.
Oh, man.
But one of the things that made me think about her and what you're talking about was that she took $30 here and there with her check, and before she knew it, within 2 years she had over $65,000, and it was just amazing story. So it can be achievable.
Yeah, I mean, if I can add to that, it's always not how much you make, is how much you keep. Because in addition to professional help and just having a budget, if you gotta save something, you gotta put something away for a rainy day, because life storms is going to happen. That's just the life that we live in, and if nothing happen to you, you gotta keep on living, because it's going to come. So you gotta save for the future, whether it's for emergencies, for house, things of that nature. So I think that's very, very important.
Exactly. Now you sitting here, you're all humbled and so forth, but this fella here, it happens to be the CEO and president. So could you just tell us a little bit, big boss in
it. Actually, so we only have 1 minute before we go into break.
Okay.
So I can't wait to hear more of this because you seem like a
I always say go to break. My answer probably be longer than
right.
that.
You seem like a very like influential and accomplished person. So I feel like people can learn a lot from you.
I hope so.
So
I hope so.
Make sure you stay tuned because we have a lot for you. The show is not over yet.
Far from over.
Invite all of your friends because this could help them. Stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Say he's dead.
Oh, 6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Okay. Probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like you're dating, you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of thing. You know he gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh,
man. Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately, and it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on. I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part. But I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be. You're live on the air. I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I can.
I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second. Okay. I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with HL7 Azrael.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And Valicia here.
Oh, and Sharif Small is here as well.
And you got your boy Decoy, the vocalistic one.
Yeah. And we have an amazing show for you tonight.
Yeah. So I'm so excited. So we are, as we break, we were talking about, we got a boss here. So if you're just tuning in, please go ahead and share this out. I'm Valicia with Fashionably Chic Tour. Ladies, this would be all the reason for you to go on some girls trips because we got the CEO, president, going to show you how to save some money and put some money in your pocket. So yeah, you are the CEO and president of
SJS Financial Firm.
Wow.
Yeah, I formed it in 2005, and before then I worked as a financial planner for Mass Mutual Financial Group. So I got an insurance license, got an investment license, and then when I got an advisor license, I wanted to focus more on financial planning, financial education, financial advice. The agency that I worked for wanted me to focus more on side of product, give me a quota, and so I left because that just wasn't really what in my spirit. Cause I feel like I understood what people needed more. So I left and I started my own, practice because I wanted to focus more on that. Definitely been a challenge, starting your own business. You gotta start from scratch. You gotta market yourself. You gotta build yourself. You gotta brand yourself. And for 13 years since then, I've been very blessed and fortunate to be able to, to do that. With helping people start and grow their own business consulting, so like I said, to getting their personal finances in order so they can, achieve, true wealth for themselves. So, it's been a blessing. It's been a blast. And I just feel like I'm really just scratching the surface. There's a lot more that God is really calling me to, do. So I'm really, really, excited.
Yeah, you just are to be. I mean, that's phenomenal what you're doing.
Thank you.
And one of the things I think what I hear with what you do is also just changing the whole mindset of an individual. Because it takes something to actually say, you know what, I'm going to discipline myself and build financial wealth. It doesn't just come from a person who operates in the broke state of mind.
Yeah, I mean, it really takes definitely a wealthy mindset, having a purpose, having a plan for yourself, and really, really following that plan through. And yes, you gotta be disciplined because it's definitely challenging, and you gotta really bring it down to holistic. You gotta think of not just it's a health and wealth thing.
Exactly.
It really comes down to making good decisions, not just from a financial standpoint, but just things that you do in general from a social, emotional standpoint. So I really try to touch on that as well, because at the end of the day, what I really try to do is teach people how to manage God's money, because the money that we have, is not ours, so we must be good stewards from it. So the foundation that I really touch on again is that you sow, you save, then you spend, because from that point, God will really truly bless your finances, and they'll give you more. Not for you to have more, not to get to the point where you're building expenses, but to expand His kingdom, so you can help other people as well. So
that's right, and I guess that goes hand in hand in terms of when you say building wealth and so forth. That's not something that's just going to happen for a person who have not grown up in a family or known that. So what's some things they can do? I know you have an upcoming workshop.
Yeah, education is key in addition to seeking professional help. The more you know, the more you grow. The way you increase your earning power, you got to increase your learning power. It really comes down to. I always say that your cars, your university on wheels, and the library should be your friend.
Right.
Because there's a lot of free information and books and stuff that you can borrow, unless you late with it, and you gotta pay some late fees. And they have sections for investing and savings and things that you, and then they got stuff that's online. I mean, be careful with the source, because some stuff that's online and the source may not be correct and it's true, but that's where you see professional help and things of that nature. But you definitely can go to the library and get a lot of good information, subscribe to a lot of newsletters that I think that are key. I got a couple of books that I'll bring up that I can share with people. One of them in particular, I don't know if you heard of Dave Ramsey.
Yes.
I think that's a very good website and book. They got the Financial Peace University, they got the Money Makeover. If they don't teach at the church, I highly recommend get them to teach at the church. I've taught some of the classes there at my church, and those are books that you can read just to kind of start and just start with the basics.
Exactly.
And the thing is, the basics is having planning, saving, getting your credit in order, because we all want to buy a house and things, and that's one of the first steps to building true wealth is owning something.
Right.
You have to own wealth building assets. But you got to own assets that I call that appreciate in value and that produces income. That's the thing that you want to own, and that's one of the first things that you can own is owning a house. And when I always recommend, like, one of the first houses you can actually own is something called like a duplex or a quadrupleplex. You can buy a house where there's multi units in there. You live in one, you rent out the other units. One of the tenants can pay your mortgage, and then you have the other tenants that's bringing you passive income. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
There's two types of income that's out there. You got active income, you got passive income. Active income, we focus on that 9 to 5 months, but active income equals instability. Instability equals limitations, right? So it's like when you on your job interview or where you work at, say you go on a job interview, right? What's the first question that they'll ask you, right? They'll ask you what your salary range, right? You can't say unlimited, right?
No,
that means
exactly.
you got to give them a limitation on the amount of money that you make. And you're never going to get paid what you work for unless you work for yourself, right? Even if you work for someone, I really highly recommend you need to have a small business on the side, because you got to build multiple streams of income. I always recommend you want to build at least 6 to 7 streams of income.
He told me, sorry to interrupt you, but he always told me the goal, like how you truly build wealth, is multiple forms of income. So you need, like, as you said, active income, passive income. You can throw in residual income depending on what you do, and that's how you really build it up.
Yeah, that's true.
And just so I can interject, how can we talk to that person who is not into this whole financial piece, and you start from the basics, and even the basics from them at that level is still scary.
It can
What can you offer in terms of some advice to add some excitement, because when you think of repairing your credit and building wealth, all that can sound good, but do I believe it's going to really happen?
I think the key thing is you always want to, again, seek professional help, but it's like how you seek it. So you always want to ask family, you ask friends. Sometimes maybe at a church, like at my church, we will have like financial workshops and things of that nature, and then you build relationships from that. But at the end of the day, you really have to seek it. But you gotta be careful how you seek it too, because sometimes you meet with someone, they say can do this, say can do. I've had clients before they got to me, they met with someone, they say they can build their credit and this and that, and they paid $1,500, $2,000, and they made it even worse. And that money they could have used to pay off something.
Exactly.
So I always say you want to seek professional help. Someone not just say they can build your credit, but they can help you with your whole comprehensive financial plan. So I always recommend you always want to sit down with a true financial planner. Like I got a degree in accounting. That's what I went to school, but I went to Towson. But at Towson, in addition to getting my degree in accounting, they had a concentration in financial planning.
Okay.
So in addition to 120 credits in accounting, I took 30 financial planning courses. So I took a personal finance, I took a retirement employee benefits, I took an investment course, I took an insurance, I took an estate planning course. Like we don't even talk about estate planning.
That's true.
What we gonna leave to our kids and our grandkids. So you want to look at somebody that really has, is looking to have done this credible and do this as a profession.
Exactly. So I want to ask you, I know you have an upcoming workshop.
Yes.
But before I get into that, I want to ask you real quickly, what was your turning point in terms of your finances?
I always say what's the turning point in my life, to be honest with you. I'm a twin. I don't think I've shared that with you.
Okay.
So you ever heard there's a good twin and a bad twin?
Yeah.
Who y'all think was the good twin, the bad twin?
Were you the bad twin?
I sure was.
Oh, I was going to say good, but I kind of like was
I would have never guessed.
I know, right? God is good. My twin was the one that did everything for the most part, did everything right. And I was the total different. I was lazy, selfish, barely graduated from high school. First year of college, I actually went to Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and I couldn't go back because my grade point was like a 0.8. So it really came down to the point where I realized. So my dad was a single dad. So my dad raised me and my twin.
Kudos, can we get the bell for that?
Yeah, and the Park Heights area.
That's right.
So my dad, at the age of 2, my mom decided she didn't want to take care of him, but she was really going to put us up for adoption. So my dad dropped out of grad school, came back and became a teacher and raised us in the Park Heights area. And then, with me, going through what I was going through, and as I got older and realized that, I had to stop following my plan and I had to follow God's plan, because God had a purpose and passion for my life, but I had to really look at it and decide to actually go after it. So when it came to that, that's when I started working and realized that I'm wasting time and I'm actually wasting my dad's money, and then I'm being a disappointment to him, and I got tired of really doing that. So from that I really had to turn my life around, and like I said, it's really just letting God in and following him, and I was able to to do that and to learn how to manage money and things of that nature. So I would say just not just from how to turn my finance, it was just really just how to turn my life around, because you got to turn your life around first.
That's
right.
true.
You start, putting everything else, in place. But, through that at all, I got a story to tell, because I know I ain't the only one that's going through the challenges and things of that nature.
Exactly.
And they can turn, if I can do it, from where I come from, you can do it too. Like my twin got a degree in economics, right? He went to UConn. He got a football scholarship, but my dad was like, "You're not gonna get any type of degree. You're gonna get a business finance degree." So my twin right now is a VP business relationship manager for PNC Bank. We work together and work with a lot of businesses, and I thank my dad because he put a lot of stuff in place, for us, so we can help, other people. So I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of us young black men that come through what we come through, and we think there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm going to tell you that's a lie, because I'm a true witness of that you can turn your life around if that's something you really want to do, and you put positive examples, in your life. So
that's good. I really appreciate it. I feel like we just really got to the heart
of
the conversation, because a lot of people can look at you, and just from looking at you or just listening to you, and feel like, this man is prestigious. He has it all together.
I hope so. I try.
You know what I mean?
I try.
But it's offering hope for that young black male, as you said, and anyone that's going through a financial difficulty, to let them know that you can rise from your circumstance, from your situation where you was unknowledgeable. You can become knowledgeable and make some wise decisions and really conquer some things in life.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. I think that at the end of the day, it just really decide what do you truly want out of life. And there's some people you're going to have to let go. You know, you got some people in your circle, family and friends that just do not have your, your best, interests at heart. And it's tough. I've had to do that. People I know for a long period of time, but they want to stay there.
Exactly.
And it doesn't mean that you're trying to be better. You're trying to grow. It's not, there's nothing
and
wrong
then
with
one
that.
thing you do is it's getting yourself to that place and then coming back for them.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just like in the Bible with Joseph.
Yeah.
Even though he went through all that, eventually God brought him back, but he had to go through all that, get a prestigious status, and then come back to help his family.
Yeah.
But I want you to tell us, drop your information on how people can register for the workshop, because you have some people listening and they're like, I really want to.
Oh, awesome.
This is a new year. I really want to make some better decisions. I really want to capitalize on these abandoned buildings and just learn how to turn my financial life around. How can they register for your upcoming event?
They can. So we do have a page on Facebook. So if they were to Google Real Estate Investor Workshop, they can get information on that. Also on GBLA, I'm part of the Urban League of Baltimore. We're part of that Joint Week, so they have information on their website. Also on our nonprofit, financialempowermovement.org. I'll say that again, financialempowermovement.org. They can go on the website. They can register there from the nonprofit side. They can also give us a call. That number is 443-544-7991. Give us a call. You can register, or you can just show up. It's at the Zeta Center next Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30. It's 4501 Ricestown Road. Even if you're not able to register, just come and get financially empowered and inspired. But there's definitely sources out there where they can register for the event. And coming to the event is free. It's an event we're doing with our council vice president.
Yes.
And councilwoman Sharon Middleton, who's the councilwoman for the 6th district. She's very gracious. She's been fighting hard for the Park Heights and for that area, but she needs help. We can't just rely on, the city to lead. Like, we got to be in the forefront and lead and work with them, because in the end of the day, this is our community, right? We got to take ownership, but we can't whine and complain. We got to do so. So my goal is to try to bring as many resources, to the Park. Because in the morning, that's where I grew up at. Like, I grew up 2 blocks away from there. Bring those resources. And I've had people say, why are you having it at? Because I feel like that's where I've been called to have it at. And bring the resources that people can see how it is, and we can be inspired, we can do something about it. But yeah, that's how you can get information from the event. You can also just find me on Facebook, Sharif Small. Just Google me, find me on Facebook, send me a message. I'm not hard to find. Just Google me. My for-profit and nonprofit will come up, and you can reach out to me then. I'll definitely make sure you get the information for you, for you to come.
Oh, thank you. That's amazing. So I'm really excited about what you're doing. I mean, just with looking at the topics alone, you're doing the buying retail properties, flipping properties, and I love the fact that that you just have a wide range of topics. So could you just tell us a little bit about what we can expect from the workshop?
Yeah, so we're going to have a panel. So it'll be a panel of 6 people on the panel, and they're representing different industries. So we'll have someone from the city. They'll talk about the vacant value program and all the houses that are vacant and how you can actually buy in person. They've been talking about possibly having like that dollar program.
Yes.
And bringing that back, but we got to see how that's going to work and how they're going to regulate in the whole nine. Because you just can't say a dollar program and everybody buy like that. Guy has to be a format.
So how is it important? How important is it for those to be at this workshop? Because it sounds like it's very important.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is if you have an interest in rebuilding, I mean, my thing is, yes, we have to flip and yes, we have to rent second, but my core interest in that is affordable housing and real estate development. Is how can we come together? How can we build a co-op? You know, how, like me and my wife, we watching The Wire, right? So with The Wire, it's for my wife to kind of understand how Baltimore is and how they get together and they talk about what neighborhoods, what territories. We can do the same thing but on the legal side as well. Exactly. What neighborhood, what territories that we can build, together and build a neighborhood.
So we only have 30 seconds
left.
I'm sorry to cut you off because it was getting really good. But stay tuned. The show is not, I think next segment is our... No, it's not.
Is that it?
No. Wait, is next segment our last segment? Okay, well, next segment is our last segment, so we'll be wrapping it up. But as I always say, the show's not over, so stay tuned and invite all of your friends. Stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part, but I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be.
You're live on the air.
I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I can.
I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about
Crystal Renee Radio Show.
Plenty of them. We call them pen pals in my family.
So glad you said that word, because I've actually found out that there are websites, ladies and gentlemen. There are dating websites for men who are incarcerated. Yes. I'm so fucking lonely. I just may sign up for one of those websites.
Don't do it.
Don't you think I shouldn't?
Because they passing your letters around.
Is that what they do?
And one of his friends go send you a letter, and then they go wind up asking you for a Verizon phone card and a couple dollars on their books because they just spent all that money.
You know a little bit too much.
Their daughter. I told you I have uncles.
Okay.
I know the game.
All right. Well, we're going to talk more about the game. The topic of the day, you guys, is called
Pen
Dangerously
Pals.
in Love. Pen Pals.
Edition.
Your little... Call me up for 107-2565.
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
Period.
the real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on the award-winning BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with HL7 Azrael.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And your girl Valicia.
And Sharu Small, tax and financial guy.
And you know the one and only Decoy, a.k.a. Mr. Vocalist Stick. I don't tell.
Dropping beats.
Yeah,
I
so
know, right?
We've actually had a very interesting mastermind in the house. Our old engineer just came back to visit us, but we've actually had a pretty interesting show for the Azrael and Blizzard takeover.
Yeah, it's been dope. It's been amazing,
man.
man.
It was a success.
It's been amazing.
Yeah, it was. I had
fun, man.
Shouts out to Monty, right?
Too.
Yeah, shouts out to Monty. Shouts out to Miss Be Inspired for giving
We
us
miss
the
you, sis.
opportunity. We miss you.
Thank you.
But I feel like we can hold it down for you now. We have redeemed ourselves from last time. I'm proud.
I'm proud too.
How was last time?
Oh, last time was ridiculous. We were
There was a
in
lot
here-
of dead air.
So full disclosure, because we had a good show. Now I'm gonna be honest with it. The first time we were over here, like, dang, our guests are supposed to come in 2 segments. How much time do we have in the first segment? 15 more minutes? What?
What we gonna talk about? What are we gonna say?
Were y'all really that way?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, it was very hard.
Yeah, shouts out to the bro Decoy in the building.
Yeah, appreciate
got the
love.
show coming out this Saturday.
Exactly.
Yeah, the showcase January 20th is the Decoy collaboration takeover. I'm gonna have a lot of nice artists coming through, touching the stage. It's gonna be a real nice event. Of course, my man Blizzard's gonna be there performing as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Club Reverb, 2112 North Charles Street. If you can make it, that would be beautiful. You know, it's gonna be from 8:30 to 1:30, and it's gonna be dope, real dope.
Good.
So,
and
you?
Yeah. So, ladies, don't forget about the New York Fashion Week girls trip coming up. Go to bit.ly/NYFW2018. And make sure you're following me on Fashionably Chic tour page. It's going to be really, really exciting. You do not want to miss it. So it's going to be bottomless brunch on a rooftop, 2 photo shoot, and then access to 2 of the New York Fashion Week shows. I'm excited. Blizzard, sorry y'all can't come there. It's for the ladies.
I was about to ask, can I go?
It's cool.
Can I go?
Sharif got us. We going on. We going to Barbados or something. On Sharif.
The ladies, get your money right with Sharif. So
Amen.
You can,
that's right.
You can really go on these shopping excursions
That's
I
right.
got coming up for Paris.
So you put it in your plan.
Dubai.
Oh, I want to go to Paris.
Yeah, Paris.
Yeah, my wife want to go there. Yeah.
Dying to go out the country, man.
Yeah, it's an experience of a lifetime. It's definitely
Dominican Republic last year for a honeymoon.
It's gonna be lovely when I do though.
Yeah.
Just to soak it in the
You
first
probably-
time and all of that.
You probably want to come back. You're gonna have to.
I hear that a lot too.
Yeah.
I hear it a lot.
Get ready for customs.
Exactly. I agree. I agree.
Everyone
I
needs a break
definitely
from
agree.
America.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
America needs a break
It's
from
different.
America.
They don't work as hard as we do. Like they just.
They don't.
Oh yeah, you know in France they have a rule, and I love this rule, because they noticed people started working too much, so they made it a law.
Are you
You
serious?
cannot do anything work related after you leave work. It's illegal. I'm not sure if it passed or not, but it was a law that was heavily debated over. And I feel like it's a good law because here in America, we
You're
go to
stressed.
work, go home,
And then go to work.
go to work
back.
at home, and then go to work.
I know, right? Bring it with you. Can't get away from it.
Exactly. That's why we all on these medications.
That's
It's
true.
just like,
Stress and
Yeah,
all
it's
that.
gonna have more side
That's
effects
true.
than
Gotta
normal.
find that balance. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like a medicine has more side effects. If I'm trying to cure depression, I shouldn't be risking suicidal thoughts and everything else. But that's besides the point.
Exactly.
You know,
That's true.
Let's keep it far. No, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Lucidating.
All right. Well, it has been a lovely show.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been
Everyone,
amazing.
before we go, do y'all have your social medias? You want to plug your social medias real quick?
Sure. Like I said, this is Decoy. You can reach me on I'm on Facebook as capital D small E capital C small O-Y. I'm on Instagram at Mr. Vocalistic. That's Mr. Vocalistic, MRVOCALISTIC. And I'm actually on Reverb too. You can check out my music catalog on ReverbNation.com. Decoy/8. That's Decoy small D COY and the number 8.
Okay, I'm gonna let the lady go.
All right, check me out on fashionablychictour.com. That's also Fashionably Chic Tour on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, with me, just my first and last name, Sharif J.Small on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter is pretty much basic and the same. Just type that in, I'll come up. If you're not able to send me a friend request, you can still send me a message and I can see information for the event. Also, company website, www.sjsfinancialfirm.com, sjsfinancialfirm.com, and then nonprofits, Financial Empower Movement.org. Again, that's Financial Empower Movement.org. Thank you for having me, and God bless.
No problem. So this has been the Azrael and Blizzard takeover on the BSY radio show, only on the award-winning BeExposedRadio.com. Have a nice night, everybody.
Tune in to Salacious Show up next.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You wanna start off? Number that means that you're
Then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like -65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017. He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs. 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
50s, her late 40s, early 50s. That's not uncommon. It's a lot of. I mean, I can give you examples like that.
But it's a good thing he's dead because she can actually move on. Like you can't move on. If he was alive, if he was alive and she found out she was having sex with her father for 15 years, you can't move on from that. Somebody's got to die.
You can't. It's gonna be hard.
Somebody's got to die.
So wait, that means he didn't know either, though.
Immediately, so I can stop vomiting because I don't have nothing else left to vomit. All my insides, all my skeleton.
He didn't know either. That's what would be the crazy part.
He wouldn't. He still doesn't know because he's dead. How does that game go? Marry, screw, kill? How does that work when it's your dad? Oh my gosh, we talk about stuff like this and more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately, the radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com and on YouTube live where you can see us.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
It's Wren's Day. I have my boy, one of my favorite people in the whole world. Because he just happened to be here, and I decided that I was going to steal him for the beginning of Hump Day Discourse. So I got my boy Mastermind.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
I'm very happy to have Mr. Genius joining me in the studio for a little while tonight. So I'm going to just get what I can get. He's not going to stay here the whole time because, he be busy. He got shit to do. But I'm just blessed to have him in my presence because, his energy is amazing. And, when we're talking about Hump Day Discourse, we got to be salacious. And he can be salacious along with me. So, how was your weekend? What you do? Anything fun? What you cook? I know you cooked something. What you cook?
I made some cupcakes.
What kind of cupcakes?
Devil's food. And I put strawberry icing on them. I had a little event. Somebody's birthday party, they requisitioned, my alias, the Gingerbread
Man.
Yeah, that's the other guy.
So if y'all don't know, he made my birthday cake, and everybody who ate my birthday cake was happy for days.
They were happy.
Wait, just turn on the shit.
They were happy.
We were extra happy. We were high on life. We were, it's Scorpio season. We were indulging in our senses. The cake tastes good. It looked good. And it made us feel good.
I make feel-good cakes.
You make feel-good cakes. Absolutely. Make feel-good cakes. Oh, man. Now,
I'm stealing, all these Be Exposed cards.
Because
they so cardy.
They're all smooth.
Be Exposed Radio.
BeExposedRadio.com.
It's like you could just throw it like a ninja star and it stick it to the thing.
Remember Gambit on
Yep.
the Gambit cards.
Stick it to the wall. Everybody knows you was there.
Everybody. No, it was I had a pretty decent weekend. I worked late Friday, so that don't count. Saturday I went to a lifestyle party. I went to Club Touch. They had a lifestyle party. It was definitely Salacious. I had the best massage ever. Shout out to Benjamin for the damn massage. Like, he did. Yeah. And it wasn't even like a Salacious massage. Even though it was like a legit PG-13 massage. And I was butt-ass naked on this damn table, and he got every nook and cranny. I felt like I had some of your cake.
Oh, wow.
Like, it was a serious ass massage.
That is a real massage.
It was a real massage. Like, it was definitely all that. Like, when I tell you, I don't even have the words to describe that massage. And I don't know what he was using, but you know how sometimes people don't use the right massage oils or like the right butters or the right whatever. Shit was just smooth. It was so smooth that when I got home, I wanted to take a shower, but I didn't want to take a shower because my skin felt that good.
Oh, that's real.
It was real. Like, my muscles was all relaxed. I was like, oh, y'all ain't ready. Like, and then, like, I was on the table for like 2 hours, and people were like, is she done yet? Like, you know, he was like, I just got to do this one part. I was like, like, I pledge my eternal love to Benjamin, the masseuse, Club Touch, because it was everything. Like, y'all not ready. How this massage was everything. But it was nice to go to a lifestyle party. For those who don't know what a lifestyle party is.
Yeah, because I don't.
A swingers party.
Oh.
So, you know, it was very nice. So typically how a lifestyle party goes is you come. There's usually some sort of food, appetizer type thing. You pay a certain amount to come in. You usually BYOB. Not really BYOB. You donate to the house.
Right, I get it.
Kind of thing. And you know, you mingle, you talk. We had a female version of you there, and that was nice.
Female version of me.
Yeah. Oh, but she was live. You like her. Like, her personality was all that. Shout out to Sugar. Like, you like Sugar. Like, I'm gonna introduce you to Sugar on purpose, just because I know y'all would get along like shit. Like, you fuck with Sugar. That is one curvy, funny, beautiful woman. Like, she's got everything. Like, and she can cut. You know, so there's always a little something to say about, you know, women who can cut. But she had these, like, she had the drops. Like the moonshine drops that was infused with the, you know, it was.
That's
nice. Yeah, moonshine infused. Yeah, drops. All you needed was like one.
Oh, wow.
One drop. It was definitely a lot. Hold on 1 second. I think somebody left something. Did somebody leave something? It's all good. But it was fun. I went with my friends. We all had a good time. You know, it was got a little salacious up in there. Everybody, you know, was getting it in. I've seen some positions that even I've not seen before, you know, and I was like, why? You know, I love the rules of the house. They was like, don't take up the whole bed. Like, don't get on the bed the long way. Get on the bed, cross the bed, so that more than one couple or threesome can use the same bed, right? Beautiful house. So definitely shout out to Club Touch for a wonderful Saturday evening. I didn't get home until like 5 a.m. And then, you know, I had to go get your homie, your little homie, and he, you know, I never slept. I didn't sleep until Martin Luther King's birthday. And then, of course, he didn't want to sleep then because he wanted to watch the parade and all that good stuff. And I was like, dude, it's 2 degrees outside. I was born on the equator. I ain't going outside. Like, nigga, you know, I love you. I love MLK, but
the way my body temperature set up,
like the way I'm set up, like that ain't gonna work out. Plus, I hadn't had any rest yet. So, but if those of you who have not tried a lifestyle party or have not convinced your partner to go to one, I think you should try it, but I think you should definitely have the conversation, because we did have a couple there that didn't have the conversation. And when one partner played and the other partner didn't, it got a little greasy up in there, you know. So
I can imagine.
Yeah. I mean, man, it's hard when, you know, a man watching his wife get it in with somebody else and they haven't agreed upon everything. Like, they just hadn't talked it out. You know how I used to talk about, like, have the conversation. Like, the pre-relationship conversation continues throughout the relationship. Like, if it's something you're into, or you're trying to add a little spark to your relationship, by all means, the lifestyle is a way to add that spark. However, everybody need to be on the same damn page, you know. Everybody needs to be on the same page, because it almost got violent in there, you know.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So, and everybody was having a good time, you know, we're drinking, and we're, you know, everybody's getting it in with any and everybody. Like, it was crazy, you know. Like, I was in there, I'm pretty well exposed, but I even saw some things that I was like, God damn. Like, you know, little ass niggas the size of this pen picking up women, you know, like 15 times their size, like
15 times though.
Yeah, like, putting them
Why
up.
so many times?
Because it was that many times. Like,
golly, that's a big girl.
It was a lot of ass up in there, but like
Sound
niggas
like
handling it was a whole lot of ass, but people was handling it, like, I mean, doing their thing. I was like amazed. I was like, all right, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, like, I really was. I was like, well done, sir. Well done. You know, you know, like at a tennis match, you gotta do it quietly. But you gotta do it quietly, like at a tennis match. You can't be like, yeah. You gotta be like real quiet, like, cause you can't mess up.
Bring him a drink.
Right. Just have it sitting right there, like, you've earned this.
Look, set it on the table, pat him on his shoulder,
like,
and then walk away.
Walk away, like, you've earned this.
You've earned
Absolutely,
that.
you've earned that.
Kudos, my man.
Kudos. That's a good kudos, my man. Absolutely. Yes, James, you're right. James is one of the hosts of the party I went to Saturday. I had a great time. But you're right. You gotta have rules to engagement. You know, it's an absolute necessity. But I definitely suggest that people understand it, research it, talk to other swingers before you enter the doorway. Like, because there's no going back once you're in there. You know, and I mean, well, I guess it's always, I mean, no means no. So, I mean, I guess it's always going back. However, like, you feel almost obligated to participate just because, like, you're surrounded by salacious energy. Like, I mean, like, surrounded by it. Like, it's just moving through the space. Like, you're getting wet. You're getting hard just being in the space, you know. So, you're going to want to do something with somebody, you know. So, I definitely think that, you know, doing some research. Shit, call me. I do all kinds of counseling and consulting. I will let you know what's going to go down, what you can expect, you know, how to talk to your partner about it. You know, just hit me up. Y'all know how to find me. Like, I think it's a good idea that people have the conversation before they engage in the lifestyle.
Hell yeah. That's not something you just, hey, let's go to a house party.
But people did. And it's not, and it's the wrong idea.
That's the easiest way to get somebody shot or stabbed.
A kill, right. Like, you could easily, that could have easily
No, because, like,
really
you go to
wrong.
a party, and then I know that well, I don't know. But I assume that those things start off like any other regular old house party.
It does. We were just mingling. We're walking
People
around.
walking around, talking.
With regular clothes. Like, we
Everything.
weren't just walking around naked yet.
Exactly.
You know, like, the
You know
gong
what I'm
hadn't
saying?
rang. You know,
And
there was
then
no...
imagine just sitting there with your girl, right? Like, pretend it's my girl. Check this out. It's like, hey, baby, you know, we in a party. We all chilling. I'm putting you in it, too. You know, I'm putting you in it too, Nicole. For real. Imagine you at a party with your significant other, and y'all sitting there, and you and your girl, you know, y'all having your little inside conversation, and then you hear a little noise. Hold up.
You hear a little noise, a bing.
You hear this, and then you look at your girl. Your girl know what's up, but you don't.
Right.
Or your man knows what's up and you don't, depending on who you are in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then she looks at you, and then some guy walks over and just
with the pop, like, it's just like
yeah,
that.
just like that.
Oh shit.
Just whip out in front of you. In front of your girl.
In front of your girl, like,
and your girl goes for it. Like,
absolutely, because I mean, who wouldn't? You know, nigga, just pop it out. I mean, especially if it's a good looking.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you already you know what's up. Like, yo, that's, you know how violent that could escalate from 0 to 1 million. Fuck 60, fuck 100. 0 to 1 million in
right, the sex going. Right.
You know what I mean? A decasecond.
It doesn't take any time. Like,
especially if his you know what I'm saying, bigger than yours, and he just throw it in your girl face, and she was like, hello, friend. You know what I mean?
How I've missed you.
Like, hey, it's been a while.
It's been a long time.
You know what I mean?
Been so long.
And then the first thing, and then damn that it's a lifestyle party and all that stuff. This is how man's brain works.
Okay.
She's done this before with the same guy. Even if it's the first time. Never seen it before. Exactly. Instantly. Just because of how quickly she went with it. It wasn't no like her looking at him and him looking at her and they like, oh shit, we at one of those kind of parties. It's like, oh, she know what's up already. I'm killing everybody.
I don't know about that, but I definitely think that I mean,
you gotta have that talk.
But you gotta have that talk. Like, I think you definitely have to have that talk. You need to listen to the rules of the house. Like, wherever you're at, every swingers party I've ever been to, ever in my life, we have rules to the house. Like, you need to pay attention and you need to be appropriate, you know. But on that note, I need to pay these bills. I need to take a break. We'll be right back with Salacious Life. Hump Day Discourse.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home.
Just a Bit Outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is, you know, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, you know, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, you know, they're losing right now.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
Not what's going to happen.
That's exactly.
Do y'all think that we're about to go to war with North Korea?
We're going to get tracked down, huh?
Do you think North Korea is going to bomb us? Is it going to be like a nuclear?
Probably.
Probably.
We lost all our allies.
Yep.
All of them.
All of them.
Now, is that because of Trump or is that something Obama
Because
did?
of Trump.
He purposely lost them. He said it too. He doesn't want to.
All the people that don't like us now, there are nice pictures of Obama meeting with them.
She said, also look at his past campaign. Most of his endorsements were from the Klan. Y'all about to assassinate me. My phone, my hair keeps getting tangled up in this thing. But I have read this plenty of different times that the Klan, oh my God, y'all about to yell at me so bad. But just tell me if I'm wrong or right. Did they or did they not endorse Obama also?
No, they did not.
Was that a rumor that I heard?
Yes, it
I
was.
swear in my life I have heard that the Klan has endorsed Obama. I'm dead serious, yo. Like,
You gotta be careful leaving
Can somebody
out of here.
Google that for me? I'm dead serious. Like, I read somewhere. I think it was like when he ran back in
You want to meet his parents? These are his parents.
Says who?
Crystal Renee Radio Show. Crystal Renee Radio Show.
Plenty of them. We call them pen pals in my family.
So glad you said that word because I've actually found out that there are websites, ladies and gentlemen. There are dating websites for men who are incarcerated. Yes. I'm so fucking lonely. I just may sign up for one of those websites.
Don't do it.
Don't you think I shouldn't?
Because they passing your letters around.
Is that what they do?
And one of his friends go send you a letter and then they go wind up asking you for a Verizon phone card and a couple dollars on their books because they just spent all that money.
You know a little bit too much.
Their daughter. I told you I have uncles.
Okay.
I know the game.
All right. Well, we're going to talk more about the game. The topic of the day, you guys, is called
Pen
Dangerously
Pals.
in Love. Pen Pals.
Edition.
Your little...
Even as a
Call me up
comedian,
410-702-5.
if I say a joke and it just might not fit your cup of tea, but it's mine, that's a comedian. That's what a comedian is supposed to do.
But people forget
everybody's not going to find your jokes funny. They better find mine funny.
But they forget that though. They really forget that. They forget that but it's your view. That's why they didn't fire her.
Yeah.
Because that her viewpoint is controversial.
Her view.
It's
That's the view she sees.
Right.
Everybody is clear to her.
Like they did their reaction to
cellophane.
They did the reaction to the Chris Rock Oscar, and they were talking about Stacey Dash, and I don't think she agrees with Stacey Dash, but she pointed her out as somebody who has an opinion that's just different from everybody else's.
Her opinion is just stupid, though. Stacey Dash she's like a Dash. Let's just move on.
I think she's intelligent, but her
You're still going.
opinion.
We're gonna move on. Stacey Dash doesn't need to be talked about. She's irrelevant.
You said her name like 3 times already.
She's irrelevant.
I said it once.
Dash. ... So, I couldn't have meant that more. She is so irrelevant. I'm not even going to say her name. But we're here every Tuesday, and we talk about people just like that.
40s, early 50s. That's not uncommon. It's a lot of. I mean, I can give you examples like that.
But it's a good thing he's dead because she can actually move on. Like, you can't move on. If he was alive, if he was alive and she found out she was having sex with her father for 15 years, you can't move on from that. Somebody's got to die.
You can't. It's gonna be hard.
Somebody's got to die.
So wait, that means he didn't know either, though.
Immediately, so I can stop vomiting because I don't have nothing else left to vomit. All my insides, all my skeleton.
He didn't know either. That's what would be the crazy part.
He wouldn't. He still doesn't know because he's dead. How does that game go? Marry, screw, kill? How does that work when it's your dad? Oh my gosh, we talk about stuff like this and more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately, the radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com and on YouTube live where you can see us.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
So you don't know this, but it's Wren's Day. It's not Wednesday anymore.
It's
Wren's Day.
Yes, so I saw. Yes, I did.
And we are having Hump Day discourse because I'm in a good mood, and what better thing to do on a Wednesday than talk about sex? So,
that's my favorite type of thing to
talk
about.
Right, it's Hump Day. We gotta get everybody prepared for what they need to be doing. When my show ends, you have 1 hour from the end of my show to the end of the night to get it in. So, feel free to try some of our suggestions throughout the evening because we'll probably bring up some things that you may or may not have heard. Spice your life. Before you came in, by the way, this is my friend Jordan. If anybody missed it, he is here tonight, and we are going to talk about the things we talk about. So just be prepared.
May hear some things you never heard before.
You might hear some things you've never heard before, or we may confirm some things that or you thought you knew. We may clear some misconceptions up tonight, because there's a lot of misconceptions. But before you came in, we were talking about swingers parties, and the one that I went to Saturday, and how people have to be clear, especially couples need to be on the same page and clear with each other before and really listen to the house rules and understand how they work before they come. Like if you've never been to a swingers party and you're invited to one, because most hosts vet their attendees, like vet. Because this is private. You don't want people's, you don't want anybody and everybody off the street. It's not safe, So they vet who they invite. They're careful. There's a lot of sorry, need to get this fixed. Can you hear me? There's a lot of misconceptions. People think it's one thing, think it's gonna be one big ass orgy or everybody's down for everybody, and that's just really not the case. I would suggest if you've never been to one and you're invited to one, to have a personal conversation with the host or reach out to somebody like me, a sexologist, who can tell you what to expect and what is typical in these environments, so that you don't embarrass yourself or don't cause no shit.
Right. Or don't get embarrassed.
Or don't get embarrassed. Or don't get no shit.
That's the word I would do, because you came to my party like that. Nah.
You gotta go. And people get booted from these parties all the fucking time.
Oh, I believe it.
All the time.
People don't know how to act. They get a little look in their system. They think
they're
Superman.
But you're not.
Or they King Dingling, and that's
not
how it works.
No. You're lucky if you're a Lego man. So let's just keep it real. No, it is the type of situation where the Lego man may get a little attention, but you're not gonna get attention from everybody. So
don't feel bad if somebody doesn't want to play with you.
Exactly.
You know, like this is not kindergarten. We're not in the sandbox. If somebody doesn't want to play with you, they don't have to. Mommy's not gonna come over and say you have to play with her. No, it's not like that. You know,
you be on your grown shit. Somebody else will be on their grown shit, and you'll have some fun.
And you'll have some fun, absolutely. And I mean, not everybody is doing everything. I mean, some people were just in there, you know, shooting pool, playing cards, smoking hookah. You know,
wow, that went down at the swing party. You was that?
Yeah, we had a good time. Like, we were doing all kinds of shit.
What the hell kind of swing parties I be going to?
It was great. Valid IDs, non-disclosure agreements are mandatory. Absolutely, this is what James said. Like, and it's absolutely true because, like, you know, I don't care what people know about me because this is my lifestyle. But there are people who that's their private side of their life, and they want to keep it their private side of their life. It's not their, you know. I mean, I teach sex. I live it. This is my lifestyle. You know, I get up on stage and tell people how to do it right. You know, like, this is what I do. This is what I do. So it doesn't bother me as much. But there are people who, you know, their day job, you know, they might be, you know, I don't know, personal secretary to the Queen of England. Concern, right. And they don't want everybody knowing what they do. You know, so
everybody's got a right to their own privacy. And I believe in when you're ready to say something, when you're ready to say this is my life and you want to put it out there for display,
absolutely,
you'll do that.
Then you will.
That's not my business. That's not nobody else's business. What you do outside of this party
I don't care what you do outside this party. Yeah, but in this party, you know, we're all even keeled. You know what I mean? Like James said, sex is optional. It's not mandatory. We had a good time. There were people there I saw just walk around and just wanted to watch. They weren't having sex. That happens all the time. There's nothing wrong with watching.
I love watching. There's nothing wrong
with watching. Like I was telling Mastermind before you came in, I had an amazing massage. It was completely PG-13. But it was the most amazing massage I had had in a long time. Like, it got me more into the party by having that massage. You know, so it was definitely, it was a lot to do. Beautiful home. You know, we had a great time. You know, it's just,
I see what parties like that, and I'm the one that's never invited to them. I think I'm a little too into the deep end of what I do.
Well, there was a room for your deep end.
Oh, okay.
Look,
there was a room.
It was a room for your deep end. There was a room. There was no carpet in that room. There was no white walls in that room to be soiled. You know, like.
Okay, so there was definitely on the none of the nice stuff in here.
Yeah, none of the nice stuff in there, but a lot, you know, but everybody has their own fetishes and things like that, and I think just like swingers, everybody has a fetish. That's a definite. Like, everybody has a fetish.
No matter what it is, it's a fetish. And as long as it's legal, it's a fetish.
No. Let's try to keep it legal, guys. You know, fetishes are always fun. What's one of your favorite? What's your favorite fetish? Wait, before I go into that. Hey, Nikki, how much time I got before my next commercial break? Nikki. How much time I got before my next commercial break before we go into fetishes? Oh, well, since we only have 1 minute before we go into fetishes, we won't go into fetishes until we come back. Right. But just to like kind of wrap that up though, y'all reach out to me. If you're interested in a swingers party or you're interested in a lifestyle, learn it first. Yes. Reach out to me. You know,
do your homework, ladies and gentlemen.
Do your homework. I have plenty of information for you.
Don't just show up and be like this. What the fuck is going on?
Like, where you don't understand.
Exactly. You don't.
I have a call. Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. With whom am I speaking?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I have a question for Dr. Wren.
Okay. I'm listening.
No, I just I was tuning into her show and everything like that, and I just kind of wanted to ask her, what her thought process was based on, the event that she attended over the weekend.
My thought process. What do you mean?
I mean, you know, she experienced something that was not the traditional party, so I wanted to.
Well, it was definitely a little different than other swingers events that I had been to before. I liked the fact that there was multiple things to do. The home was beautiful. The hosts were great. I liked that there was vendors there, so that was definitely a big plus. I liked that there were a lot of different people there. Like, we had a lot of really great conversations, just really random conversations, not even necessarily sex related conversations, just nice conversations. So that was fun. And of course that massage was everything. So
yeah. So you got a massage.
I did get a massage. It was an amazing massage. Shout out to Benjamin one more time. I needed it.
Right.
I wasn't feeling well when I got there, so like it really helped, you know, me feel better. Between that and, you know, my homie taking care of me, you know, making sure I felt better, like, you know, shout out to Chef, you know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm satiated. I can rest happy now.
Well, I do have to take a break, so the line will go off while I'm on commercial break. So if you want to hang on, you can continue the conversation. When we come back, we're going to be talking about fetishes, or you can give us a call back later. So it's really up to
Hold
you.
on, that's not a problem.
All right, well, hold on. We're going to go to break, and we will be right back with Salacious Life.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio
You are
Show.
listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I'm laughing at this phone call I just got from Wifey Boo because it's really funny. She was like, "Don't be flirting while you on air." I will flirt and you will love it. That's the way it is. So anyway, we were live and we were talking about fetishes, and you were telling me about an event.
Yes.
So what's going on?
January 27th for people of color, BDSM, people who are in that realm. There will be Tender Strokes. There will be an event going on at the Baltimore Playhouse. I'll be
Playhouse,
there.
yeah.
There'll be a bunch of other people there, and it's a big education and explore your kink. Because we don't yuck nobody's yum. Whatever you do is what you do.
What you do.
Right. And I'll be there as a demo bottom for a fire flogging education.
Let me back up. You're gonna be there as a bottom.
Yes.
Okay. What does it say? It says you're gonna talk fetishes. So for the listeners, don't know what your fetish is, BDSMtest.org. Did you know there was a test to figure out what your fetish was?
Oh yeah, but I didn't need that test.
I didn't need the test, but look, it's an awesome resource,
Okay.
right? BDS. BDSMtest.org. Shout out to Mark from Just a Bit Outside for that information. We definitely appreciate it. Chef Keisha was like awesome info. I think everybody who's listening to the show should go after my show. Go to BDSMtest.org and let me know what your fetish is.
Indeed.
I think that would just be so much fun. I'll do it too. Just so y'all know, so I can maybe narrow down my fetishes.
I've done that test 3 times, and it comes out the same result.
Does it come out the same results every time? I haven't done it before, so I'm just curious to see if what I tend to lean towards will be what it is. James says, looking forward to the 27th. Shout out to Sir Daniel of House of Tender Strokes Toys. Absolutely. So you know you're gonna have some familiar faces in the building with you on the 27th.
No doubt.
If I'm in town, maybe I'll slide through. That would be fun. That would be fun. So yeah, but I'm nobody's bottom. We all know that.
I was like, obviously.
Obviously, well, I'm nobody's bottom, but I definitely think it would be a great idea for people to take the test, find out what their fetishes are, because I mean, if you're gonna live a salacious life, then you need to know what you like. You need to know what you like.
You need to know what you like because you need to know.
What's a double bottom? Somebody asked, what's a double bottom?
A double bottom? I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Double bottom. Purity. I've never heard of a double bottom. So apparently we're going to be doing some research tonight to find out what a double bottom
always
is.
Educate. Always educate.
Absolutely. Like, look, doctor doesn't know everything.
Yeah.
That's why we get second opinions.
Exactly.
So Google it is. Thank you. Demo bottom. Oh, okay, thanks. Oh, a demo bottom, not a double. I know what a demo. I was like, what's a double bottom?
Somebody must have said it wrong. I guess
somebody just said it wrong. It's okay. Look, we love you anyway. Demo bottom. So, they want you to explain what a demo bottom is.
A demo bottom is someone who is bottoming to a scene for a teach session.
So it doesn't mean that he's necessarily a submissive or a slave, but he is playing a role for educational purposes for the crowd.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
You can be a switch. You can be a dominant.
Right.
You can be a complete bottom.
A complete bottom.
It's cool. It's for education, everybody.
Right. Like look, cause I was like double bottom. I was really like, I've never heard of that. But a demo bottom is just what it sounds like.
Right.
He's demoing what a bottom is because he's well versed in the art. So he knows how to switch between the two, being the dominant and the submissive, and he will play the submissive for educational purposes. Right. So everybody gets that one. Now, fetishes.
Wow.
Come on. Come with it.
Okay.
I know you got a good one.
So, I'll give everybody my top 5.
What's your top 5? Yeah, we'll go top 5.
Impact play, which means toys, rough body play, anything along that nature as bruises or just leave you sore in the morning.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Right.
Did somebody just fall? Oh, okay. Keep going. I'm sorry, somebody fell out there.
And another one is kinky wrestling.
Kinky
it's
wrestling
with sex, spanking, choking. It's all of that involved, and I'm doing it very well.
Yeah, but you did.
Puppy play. It's a human pup, a person acknowledging their human side, their animal side.
Their animal side.
Yeah, their animal side, and they're living it through action. And a pup.
Let's pull out those leashes.
Indeed, we have plenty of them over here. A pup can be a bottom, a top, or a switch. So there's really a wide spectrum of what you can do as a pup.
Shout out to my girl Rena, the plug on everything Salacious. She asks, I might have missed it, but how long have you been in the lifestyle?
Actually, you just in time for that. I've been in
Linda
the
says you're good at it too, by the way. So just to throw that out there. But Linda, how long have you been in the lifestyle?
I've been in the lifestyle for 6 years.
6 years.
I started out, there was a kinky happy hour somewhere in Baltimore City, and a couple of friends took me there, and I'm looking around like, okay, there's all these white people just socializing. I didn't see shit. Then we went outside the restaurant around the corner, and somebody, it was a birthday, and he was getting bare ass spanking. I'm like, what?
Birthday licks. Like, birthday licks.
Yeah. But it was like a line of people with crops and canes and paddles. I was like, oh yeah, he ain't walking right in the morning. He's not walking right. And then I got a couple of licks in, so I was like, I'm gonna keep coming back.
Right. So, I've been in the lifestyle for 12 years. 12 years. I was a sadist for the first 8. I am moving away from that. I'm still a dom, but I'm not into hurting people anymore.
Pain aspect.
The pain side of things. Inflicting the pain side of things. Yes. I used to take out all my frustration on life with somebody's ass. No, but
I've had that happen to me.
Yeah. So somebody treated me wrong, and I'd be like, yeah, I need to call one of my subs over because somebody's getting it tonight, right? So, but it's definitely, this is a new journey for me to have a gentler touch with my dominant personality, because, you know, it's always Scorpio season for me.
I have no complaints about that. I love Scorpios.
Don't we? This is a station full of them. So shout out to all the Scorpios. Yeah,
like really?
You know, for real. Wow. It's a bunch of us. It makes sense when you get us all together. You'll be like, oh shit, it is a bunch of y'all. Y'all are acting like me and the station owner actually born on the same day.
Wow, I need to throw a dash of Libra in there and just get the party.
Get that balance. Get that balance from the Libra. Yeah, I like the control that a Libra can bring to a situation. The calm control. Like, it's not necessarily any less aggressive, but it's definitely more controlled. Scorpios are controlled when they're on their cold side, but when they go on their hot side, it's like, watch out. Because, you know, it's going down. Like, definitely. But, you did 3 fetishes.
Yes.
Other 2?
Food play.
I like food play.
I love, well, because I'm a fat kid, so yes,
look,
I love food.
I'm a fat kid.
But I love food play. Eating off of somebody, which is called Neo Tamori when you're eating body sushi.
Yes. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
We'll do that for my birthday this year, Neo Tamori. We're going to have somebody laid out on the table.
We can set that up.
Definitely.
And,
I wish I hadn't gotten sick before my birthday this year, and really been able to, you know, exude all my, you know, Scorpio greatness.
I had fun my birthday.
I have a call. I'm sorry. Hello?
Hello, Dr. Wren. I am back.
Oh, hey.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm well.
Okay, so I know you're talking about fetishes now, so I figure I'll call back and ask a wonderful question about fetishes as I put my British on.
Okay. Is that a fetish? Is accents a fetish for you?
No. I just felt like putting it on because typically in the wide world of fetish BDSM, when you look at the pornos, there's a lot of European women and it just kind of works. So I figured I'd put it on right quick.
That is true. That is true. We're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Fantastic. So I just have 2 questions for you, Lovey. Okay. Nothing major, just 2 very generic questions because I am a lifestyler myself.
Okay.
So my curiosity, and you could also ask the gentleman who has been in this lifestyle for 6 wonderful years, do you feel that it is a predominantly Caucasian society in S&M, predominantly African American, or Indian culture, or whatever? And where is the breakdown, dominance versus submissives? Do you know that? Just curious.
Oh, she got all the questions.
She really does, right? Like,
Very
she's making me
good
step my
question.
game up. Like, hold up, let me sit up straight. So, I definitely, at least in my experience, have found that though the population is growing, BDSM in America has been dominated by the Caucasian race.
Yes, very true.
It is growing in America. I think African Americans specifically have become more comfortable with either the dominance or the vulnerability of the play. I think also, you know, we're talking about letting somebody beat on you. After 200 years of slavery, that was probably a hard pill to swallow. I'm just saying.
It is. But I've seen a lot of mixed couples.
I've seen a lot of mixed couples.
All races.
Me too.
Genders.
All right.
Asian.
So part 2 to the question. You ready?
Mm-hmm. We're listening.
I think I lost you. Did I lose you?
No.
Okay. Part 2 to the question. And it's a two-part part 2 to the question. So it's an addendum to the first question.
Okay.
Do you happen to know the dom to sub ratio currently in the United States? And if you do know it, what is it?
The dom to sub ratio. Well, I'm not
100%
Yeah,
sure.
not sure.
But if I was to take a guess,
I want to see if you know your
and we're
facts.
talking across races, right? Just general dom to submissive ratio.
Mm-hmm. And it's not gender specific. I just wanted to.
It can't be gender specific because you know people always assume that men will play the dominant role, and you'd be surprised how many female doms there are.
I'm gonna say this guy bottoms the women.
Because it's the best thing to do. No.
That's just my fetish. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I'm just gonna listener, read the comments when you get a second. Or caller, I'm sorry. Read the comments when you get a second. You know, I'm not sure. I would think there were more subs than dominance. But I can't say for sure because that's not something that I've ever looked to study because it wasn't something that ever really
That's
affected.
For me too.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now you've got my mind going. It's like I want to know.
You had our curiosity. Now you have our attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you, caller, know right now what the breakdown is?
What I can do is I can email it to you because I have a very close friend who actually knows those figures. She studies this stuff. She has nothing better to do with her time. So what I do is I'll get the information from her.
Okay.
And I'll get it over to you so that you have a point of reference.
Absolutely. And we will share it with people because I think that's a great thought that it just never crossed my mind. It never crossed my mind.
I wouldn't know the numbers.
Yeah, but I mean, me being a scholar, I'm always about learning something new. So yes, caller, please. On that note, we're going to take a break. We will be right back with this week's Hump Day Discourse.
Thank you, Dr. Wren. Fabulous talking to you.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
I thought you was going to have my money today.
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is. 9/11.
Yo,
listen,
our principal used to put. We talk in the cafeteria. He would put us on that wall. And he going down the line.
That, right? I was at Lamell Middle School. I had a principal by the name Mr. Moore. He used to point at me in my forehead and smack the shit out of it. Anytime I did something wrong.
Yeah.
But it was discipline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. We don't got that now.
Listen, bro.
It's nowhere now. That's the
where my
problem.
mother
It's no
come
such
through the
thing.
school building.
Do that now, you go to jail.
My mother come through the school building, and you hear her from the front door. I don't give a fuck if y'all call 911, 411, 211, 311. I'ma whip his ass.
Right.
And I'm in the classroom acting like a clown, and I said, "Oh, somebody, mama finna whoop they ass, right?"
This is your mother for the whole time.
Look, she got that fucking corner, and I'm up on the board drawing dumb shit. She said, "What the fuck you doing?" I said, "Nothing." She said, "Come here. You want to be a fucking class clown?" She said, "Pull your pants down." I looked at her like, "What?"
Whoa.
She said, "Don't worry about it." She snatched that fucking leather belt off so fat, man, she will wham my ass out.
Man, you the ringleader.
Oh no. She said, "Look,
you want to be in circus? You be the ringleader."
She said, "Now apologize to the class."
Right.
I was so fucking embarrassed. I said, "I apologize." look, I apologize. She said, "Say it loud."
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
Period.
the real. That's the real deal.
It's period.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this. Money should go to if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
In some years, ever since oh, we're back. I'm sorry. Hi. We're back. And well, I might as well finish my sentence because people are probably like, well, what is she gonna say?
Right.
I haven't had a slave in service to me for several years, ever since I gave up the that sadist title. I just kind of left that alone.
I'm growing more as a sadist, but I'm always still growing as a submissive too. Mm-hmm. So sadist and masochist. That's why I usually say sadomasochist.
Right.
So
you're playing both sides. I wonder, I guess with the right partner, I might be persuaded slightly, but it doesn't really play into my personality. Right. But then the whole point of this is to let go.
Right. Absolutely.
You know,
it's be free. You are allowed to be yourself.
Right.
The problem is that there's a lot of people out here who want to do things like this, but want to live this lifestyle, but they don't know how or they can't.
Right.
So I had actually a situation with a friend, and she's always wanted to do this. So I introduced her to rope, and
gotta love rope play. So that's my new. That's something that I've been exposed to several times, but I never actually studied. So that's my 2018 skill that I'm gonna learn.
Oh no.
I'm gonna learn rope play, because, I went because I was what I was. Of course, whips, chains, fire, knives, electricity, electricity with knives.
Oh,
like those were the things. So guys, those are my top fetishes. I hope y'all caught that. But those were always where my attention went when it came to my education in the in the lifestyle. So rope play, because it's more of a process than it is a means to an end, like a handcuff or a chain or something to that effect. It takes a lot of skill. It's not just click, click, click.
And patience.
And a lot of patience. Right. And since this is supposed to be my year of learning patience, I thought it would be the right skill to add to the repertoire.
It's never a problem.
It's never a problem.
You always gotta learn. Well, you always should learn.
You should be always trying to take yourself to the next level and try something different. Right. I mean, hence the reason in even trying the lifestyle in general, or trying out, or at least becoming aware of it, educated in it. You know, I suggest everybody just read a little bit or learn a little something before you ever actually do it. Go to an event, watch. You know what I mean? Learn something, because
ask questions.
And people in the lifestyle are typically very nice, very forthcoming with information. So no one who should feel out of place or whatever. Nobody's gonna force you to do anything. No. We're just gonna throw that out there one more time, just like at the lifestyle parties, at BDSM events, at fetish events, you know, like my favorite one, Wicked Fairy Tales. Nobody is going to force you to do anything.
It's you learn at your own pace.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you want to go as slow as a turtle, do that.
Right. Like,
if you want to go as fast as a cheetah,
do that too. I mean, you can go from everything from a light spanking with a hand to me strapping you up to a St. Andrew's cross and going in.
I was on one 2 weekends ago.
Were you on the St. Andrew's cross?
It's always amazing when I'm on the St. Andrew's cross.
My next BDSM event, I want to get a brand new one built. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to build it myself, because there's something about the process of building the cross yourself. I've done that before. Or if I'm going to have somebody build it, like take on a slave and have my slave build my cross with a skill set like that too. So have them build the cross that they will then be strapped to.
Right. Or have the slave pay for it to be built.
Or pay for it to be. I'd rather have my slave build it than pay for it to be built. I'd rather actually watch them build it. So that's that. The cross is better than the bench. I agree that the cross is better than the bench, but people are really into the bench. I personally, because I like to, I mean, I'm an ex-dancer. I like to spread my arms. I have more freedom with my own body as a dominant with a cross than I do with a bench.
Right. With me, I like spanking benches. I don't have a problem with that, especially when you have this beautiful ass, whether male or female.
A big ass sticking up in the air.
Yes, I am an ass man.
He's an ass
female,
man.
It don't matter.
Ass man.
It's something about ass when it's on a bench and the person's upright and it's arched. You can't help but
Well, I mean, everybody loves an ass with an arch. So, everybody loves an ass with an arch.
Yes,
damn.
Everybody does.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sitting here in my mind like this. Didn't I do something like that? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Recently. Yeah. But I like a cross. Like, I like the idea of watching the human form spread out like that. You know, watching the curve of, and I prefer the person facing toward the cross, not facing me.
Right.
But some people like them facing them. You know,
like
to each his own.
Emotion, you like to see tears.
Yeah. Now I don't want to
get off on that.
No, I mean, and when I was still practicing, I practicing sadist, like I did get off on that a bit, but even still, I preferred, because I'm still an artist. I prefer to see the curves and the bends of the human form from the back.
I like seeing tears. I like seeing tears.
You like tears, like. Yeah, don't cry. Cause look, what did parents used to say to us way back in the day? I give you something to cry for.
Exactly, and it always happened to me.
Yeah,
I always, whether I was in service or I was just playing to somebody that I was lent out to, or I was just bottoming, I always got fucked up worse than that last person. I'm like this. I wonder if they know what my name is.
Right.
I wonder if they know that I like this shit.
Like, I mean, people, there is a whole class of people into BDSM that are just a glutton to pain. Yes. You know, now, you know, I mean, right, I know you are that person. He is a glutton to pain.
100%.
100% pain whore. A pain whore. I found that I have a large respect for those people because I'm not a pain whore. You know, like I'm not at all. And I don't, but I do like inflicting pain. So somebody who can take it is the biggest turn on for me. Like,
right.
You know.
I think the furthest I've gone with my pain, I have a scarification on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
I've had hooks in my back, and I've done needle play. So I'm pretty past.
You're pretty past, like, yeah. Yeah.
I've gone into whole shit. I don't know if that's for me.
So you have a question here. What's the best advice you can give on enduring pain?
1, breathe.
Breathe. Well, let's hold that thought. No, go ahead and finish it. Okay, go ahead and finish it. I thought we had to go and break. So 1, breathe.
1 would be breathe. Just breathe, relax, don't tense up. Because when you tense up, that's when you get nervous.
And it's going to make it worse.
Yes, and it's just best to let the endorphins flow.
You know, that's the same thing. That's the same advice I give to everybody about everything. You know, I had a whole conversation about anal. And the first thing I tell people to do is relax. Relax. Breathe. Or what is it? Deep Throat Saturday. Inhale, exhale, swallow. We'll be right back. We're going to take a break with Salacious Live.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
the real. You're right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you might can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. Yeah, you know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism of a Perry show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn, because I'm gonna make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I I need the scenes on Have and Have Nots to be like 5% shorter. Each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I wasn't in the best of moods for it. I should know. I heard the clapping, right? I should know. Anyway, back to Salacious Life. We were talking about pain endurance.
Yes.
We were talking about pain endurance. I know we got a little off topic talking about swallowing a dick, but I just had to throw that out there because it's all the same process. The more you relax, the more you can endure. It's the same thing. Right. You know, shit. I had a baby, natural. I relaxed. Push that motherfucker out.
Like with pain, you have to relax yourself mentally and emotionally.
I think especially that's the first place to go. You have to make a decision that you're going to handle this.
Yes.
That's the first thing. Just make the decision. Then once you do that, relax your mind.
You have to ask yourself, is this the edge I want to jump off?
Right.
And as soon as you jump off,
because you can't see what's under you. So you're literally jumping off a cliff into an abyss.
Right. But also,
you have to trust the person you're with because then you feel like you have that that proverbial net to catch you.
Yes.
You know.
Definitely.
My favorite game to play back in the day used to be No Safe Words. No safe words.
I've done that.
No safe words.
I never really see that doesn't even count. I don't even call out my safe word for anything that I've
You just have it.
I just take it.
Just because you're assigned it. You're assigned a safe word, so you take it.
Right.
Right.
I'm like,
I assign them, and then I'll say, no safe words.
Right.
So in other words, you're gonna take it, not the safe word. You're gonna take it.
It.
Whatever it is, you're gonna take it. So, the life, right?
Pain.
The pain life. What's another good thing that would help people with pain? I mean, lubes and stuff like that help depending on what you're doing. It can
be from a spanking to whips to toys, or if you're into edge play like I am, like when it comes to blood, just breathe and relax.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Don't cross the line if you're not ready.
No.
Because there's no coming back. Like once you've crossed that line, there's no coming back.
My name stays for a reason.
Right.
Yes, I'm not changing.
Right. That's amazing though, because it's cool to be sitting here across from you because I'm getting a lot of insight, and you know it's funny how hindsight is 20/20. Insight into past partners, you know, past slaves and submissives that I've had, and not realized all that they may have gone through at my hand. You know.
I've had play partners, and I've had a dominant. I had a dominant, and with the exception of her, everybody else I topped, or we switched.
Oh, you switched. Right.
Switched back and forth with that. There was one time I had a threesome, and it got violent because that's how we played.
Right.
That's how we played. And it was impact play. It was a lot of rough sex. And we both came together. But when we did, of course, she screamed and I howled.
So, man, I hope you don't scream. Just howl.
And
I hope you know the difference. Look it up in the dictionary if you don't know.
Right. And because I'm a pup, it made sense. That's
right. Because
you're
a pup.
Right.
Right.
But definitely, like, explore your kinks.
I think it's important to explore your kinks. Like, people are borderline prudish.
Yes. I've met prudish.
Like, really? Like, you only like it like that? Like, one way? I hate pillow princesses. And pillow princesses can come in both sexes.
Yes.
Women, you are not the only ones. Men, get up off your ass and stop being lazy. Like, there is nothing worse than a male pillow princess. There's nothing worse because you gonna sit there, you know, I'm doing all this work and you just gonna lay there like you cute. Like, you ain't that damn cute. You ain't that damn cute.
Okay, bounce your ass up.
Get the fuck up out of here.
Right.
So, I definitely don't be a pillow princess, you know, or take turns.
Yes.
Take turns being the princess.
Switching.
I do agree with switching, especially if you're in a relationship with the person.
It depends on.
It depends on the dynamics. That was a bit of a tongue twister. The dynamics of the relationship. But if you're in just your typical, boring, vanilla relationship, at least switch. You know, like don't have one person just laying there and the other person doing all the work, because that shit gets old really fast, and that would be the end of your relationship.
Indeed. Nobody likes a lazy lay.
Nobody likes a lazy, even like women. Even if he's got you on your back and pinned down, you better try to give it back to him.
You better grab me by the neck,
something,
and just
ride, like
something.
Fight back.
Something.
You know,
something, please.
You're right. I have a listener says, those are everywhere. Yeah, they are everywhere. They are so annoying. Yes, Breeze, they are so annoying. There's nothing worse than the lazy lover. Like, where did you learn that? Like, who told you that was okay?
It's what they're not taught. Nobody knows how to teach them this stuff. Like me, for instance, I didn't know about kink until I saw it at Pride, when I saw all the gay Leathermen. And then I saw it in movies like Exit to Eden. Like, that was one of my biggest ones, what got me into it.
Right.
And then I started seeing real sex. And I saw the Punani poets. And I saw all of that. So I'm like, oh, shit, I think I'm kinky. I think I'm in the kink.
Wait. Oh, shit, I think I'm kinky. Like, that's funny. I'm sorry.
And then from there, it kind of was held back because I was in a relationship where it wasn't kink-based at all. I tried little things and it didn't work.
It didn't grow.
Right, and unfortunately, for other reasons, that relationship didn't last.
But you know what? I can't say that a meaningful relationship would last if a person can't be a little malleable in a relationship. Like, you should be growing together. Your sexual education should grow together.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
even if it's
one
DS,
little thing.
MS,
yeah,
right.
just something little. You should
right.
be growing together. Like, a little something. You know, do a little something. Like, there is so much more to life than doggy style, froggy style, and missionary.
Agreed. Add some spanking, add some hair pulling,
a little
those
choking, a little nibbling.
I'm just
you
in
know,
the
like,
class.
and this is and that's the very basics. You know, can I get some scratching? You know, spitting.
So
face slapping. I used to fuck people up though. Like, I punched this girl so bad, her whole shit was fucked up because she was talking shit. A submissive talking shit to me. I punched her so hard.
So here's a rule: if you got a master or a dominant that you know not to fuck around with it, don't do that.
I punched her so hard and told her to. There are some brats that will, because they're into the reaction of their master, but
no doubt.
I damn near knocked that chick out.
That's crazy. I've never been in a situation like that. I've always been in a situation of, it was either fuck me harder or empty the bag. And usually when I hear empty the bag, it means all the toys come out and
we're going in.
We got all night.
Right. Like, we going in.
Like, we got all night. Like, I will everything. Like, I will test. As soon as you say red, all right, don't use that.
Right.
Next one.
Green, it's like,
I'll keep going.
It's like the little game we used to play when we were a kid. You know, red light. Wait, green light. 2. I got it. See, they told me, they put up fingers. They said 2, and I was thinking like 2 people. What? What's happening with
Where?
two? Where are they? No.
Where?
Does that mean 2 plus me? Because that's always funner. Or 2 plus 2 plus me.
Now that's an orgy.
That's an orgy.
Now that's an orgy, ladies and gentlemen. More than 3 equals an orgy.
Right. People go, oh, I had a 4-some or I had a 5-some, which I understand is more specific. Like, you know exactly how many people were involved. But anything over 3, that's an orgy. Just say, I had an orgy that involved 5 people. That's the more correct way to describe your experience.
Speaking of that, I haven't done an orgy style in, Jesus Christ, it's like 2013.
Wow.
It's been a while.
I think orgies are necessary. Everybody should have, no, I can't say everybody because everybody's not ready for an orgy. Everybody should have an orgy at least once in their life.
Once, yes. And
If you're into kink, I think you should have one once a year. On that note, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Salacious Life.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook
I didn't even say that. That's kind of
called me a coon, but it's it's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday, I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. If you're going to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. Listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, she was basically, she was bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You gotta say, it's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. Since she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. Her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey. I don't know what it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holliday money, but me personally, I feel as though like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show, because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter, I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part, but I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be.
You're live on the air.
I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holliday situation, I can.
I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second. Okay. I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. Right. If y'all could be a fly on the wall between between segments. Oh my God. Let's see. Nothing wrong with a little pillow princess. That's an excuse to do whatever to her that comes to mind. What do you think about that? I guess I never thought about it that way.
I'll say it like this. If you're giving me full permission to do whatever you do whatever to you what I want, you got the week off work.
Right, because you're going to need some time off.
Yeah.
You're going to need some recovery
Maybe a
time.
little Jesus. Maybe a little Jesus. Maybe a little Jesus.
God can't help you here.
No. You can say God, but that's not a safe word. God is not a safe word.
He can't help you now. I've actually said that to somebody. She was like, oh, God. I was like, he can't help you now.
I've had that said to me, too.
What, he can't help you now? Yeah. He can't help you.
I've said motherfucker, bitch, holy shit, fuck me. That's not a safe word, darling.
None of those things are safe words. There's no tapping out. You know, there's none of that.
That is so funny. That brings back some memories.
Mm-hmm. No tapping out.
I got double.
None of this.
No,
you know,
no,
like
no
timeouts.
No flag on the play.
No flags on the play.
I got double whipped by two dominants. It was a male and female.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, punk motherfucker. And she comes to my ear and says, darling, that's not a safe word.
Oh, shit. You sound like, what's his name? Ben Rames. He was a, what was that? Oh, shit. Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Punk motherfucker.
I was like, yo, this shit hurt. But I kept taking it.
Because that's what
it
you
was
are.
something I haven't did before. I never been double whipped at the same
time by two different people. Right. Oh, shit.
That was like a... Somebody just walked right in here.
That's my birthday twin right there. Keisha said, just take advantage of the pillow princess and make them pay for being one.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right. Don't threaten me with a good time. Let me find out. I'm going to need to find me a pillow princess just so I can take out some frustration on her ass. I'm not doing that anymore. Remember, I'm walking a new path.
A new path.
A new path.
I have one in my phone.
I'm walking a new path. I am trying to be aware of other people's needs. I have a call. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Nikki.
Oh, hello, Nikki.
Hello?
Who is this? She said, who is this? Hello?
Hello?
With whom are we speaking?
Stop yelling.
That's how they be yelling.
Hello?
Like, Mom, hello.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello, you guys.
She said, who is this?
Oh, now you're going to ask who it is. You, Nikki, and your guest got it coming.
Hello? With whom are we speaking?
What?
It's Shanika.
Oh!
See, this is when I divorced all of y'all on the air.
I was like, look, I had to look past my microphone like, hi, Nikki. Like, hi, Nikki.
Oh, my God, really?
Nikki hasn't been here for a couple weeks, you know, so everybody say welcome back to Nikki, you know.
Oh, welcome back, Nikki.
Welcome back, Nikki.
I guess the people, I understand that.
Yes. Shanika, you'll have to forgive us. We didn't know. It wasn't planned. You could have been here. But you told me you never wanted to come back on my show again. So apparently that is not the case. We'll have to
communication was off.
Oh, we told her that was live when she said it.
Right. We told her it was a lie when she said it. Sally said, welcome back, Nikki.
Sally.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. I'm still thinking about punishing a pillow princess. Wow. What the fuck? I need to think of something else. On to kink. Now, we were talking about and we didn't really get into this, but we were talking about kink, the racial divide in the fetish world, in the kink world, in the life, the racial divide. We touched on it here and there, but we really didn't talk about, because there is really a divide, slightly. It's the Red Sea is coming back together, but there was definitely a part. But there was definitely a part for a long time.
Right. I can definitely tell you, since I've been in the lifestyle, because only 5-6 years, not long.
Right.
They've been in it 50 years.
Right.
So,
like their whole lives. Like I have friends that literally have been in since they were teens, and now they're in their 50s and 60s.
Right. And I can tell you now, there is a divide, because people are starting to see more of POC, whether it's on FetLife, on Tumblr, on Facebook. There are groups who are dedicated to educating POC of the kink life,
right?
Which is very good, because it's been so dominated by Caucasian people for God knows how many years, even when the leather scene started.
Right.
So there's definitely people of our color and other colors that need to come out and learn. But at the same time, we don't force nobody. We don't
right.
Force nobody.
We're not going to force you to do anything. But I definitely think it's something that if you have an inkling of an interest, at least get educated, learn something.
Say something.
Sally said, the Red Sea is coming together. Don't know why that's so funny to me. Because
there are so many BDSM POC parties that are garnered towards not just leather, but swing and kink, just fetish all
fetish
around.
In general, right?
Currently, there's an event been doing summertime. It's the last weekend reunion, which is an all POC BDSM event. And it's in, oh my God, I can't remember this place. It's in Jersey, but it's a whole hotel rented out, and just party.
Let's party.
That's what it is, and it's I've heard a lot about it. There's been a bunch of Unity Munches. One's on the East Coast, Midwest, South, West Coast. There's a lot of these groups. You just have to go where you're in your area.
Right.
Sometimes it takes you starting them.
Sometimes you have to travel.
Right.
On that, nope. You know what time it is. We need to take a break. We'll be right back with Salacious Live.
It's time for a flashback.
And I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just
a long one, you know. But it's always something that you can
go ahead. Listen, can you recollect any signs that you might like?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the nerve. How they bust? Boy, show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, and shake it off real quick, but you crying? F out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shade.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
I said he's dead. Oh,
6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty.
You are now listening to Just a Bit Outside, a sports radio show at BeExposedRadio.com. Come join us every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, or BeExposedRadio.com.
So we had a lot of things going on.
Mother's Day, Major League Baseball, pink bats, pink outfits.
Yeah. They certainly did the mothers good. They don't show them justice. Like Jimmy said, the pink bats, cleats, all types of pink highlights in the major leagues. The Orioles were swept by the Kansas City Royals.
Wah, wah.
The Kansas City Royals. Thank you, Eric. Kansas City Royals is they're like one of the worst teams in the Major League Baseball right now. Yeah, so that was a little tough.
Yeah, so the Orioles no longer have the top record. It belongs to the Washington Nationals now.
Yeah, so that was tough. So hopefully they'll get back on track with the next series. Maryland, we got some local sports, collegiate to report. The Maryland lacrosse. Let's shout out the Maryland lacrosse team. They are in the NCAA tournament, and they...
Hey, this is Mark, just a bit outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Listen to us every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube.
Mr. Renee Radio Show.
Plenty of them. We call them pen pals in my family.
So glad you said that word, because I've actually found out that there are websites, ladies and gentlemen. There are dating websites for men who are incarcerated. Yes. I'm so fucking lonely. I just sign up for one of those websites.
Don't do it.
Don't you think I shouldn't?
Because they passing your letters around.
Is that what they do?
And one of his friends go send you a letter, and then they go wind up asking you for a Verizon phone card and a couple dollars on their books because they just spent all that money.
You know a little bit too much.
Their daughter. I told you I have uncles.
Okay.
I know the game.
All right. Well, we're going to talk more about the game. The topic of the day, you guys, is called Dangerously in Love. Pen Pals.
Edition.
Your little call me up 410-702-5657.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back with Salacious Life. This week, during the break, we went here talking about ass. So, like asses, not ass. Asses. We was in here talking about ass, the size of asses, the roundness of asses. No, having your ass out at the last weekend. So yeah, this is the last weekend reunion ever after 5-6 years. First hotel sold out. Second hotel is almost sold out. If you are into the kink life and you are a POC,
indeed,
POC, you need to be there. So yeah, I look forward to it. I know you're looking forward to it. We're all gonna enjoy.
But also, even if you don't go make it a weekend reunion,
there's other things. There's smaller gatherings. Yeah.
That right there, those two are parties.
A party. The munch. We used to be like, oh, where you going? I'm going to the munch. I'm going to the munch. Wow. Oh shit. Bringing back memories. Oh. But we got way off topic because we were talking about, the divide, because I talked about the Red Sea that Sully says seems so properly inappropriate. The divide.
Well, the divide isn't just because of race. It's because of comfortability.
Who you're comfortable with. I think some of it is economic. There are people who will...
Some because of history.
Right? Because some people can't handle, a person not of color beating the hell out of them, and they are of color. Right. I'll just put it that way. That's a pretty PC way to say it.
Pretty much, yeah, PC.
Yeah. Right. Because there's people who, spend their whole life at Hida, which costs a good amount of money, or go to, Mexico. Those resorts cost a good amount of money. Go to the resorts in the south of France. they cost a good amount of money. So those resorts tend to be overrun by mostly wealthy Europeans, you know, and it's not because of anything except for there's just an economic difference, you know. Not all people of color are ready to spend $10,000 on 3 days of salacious activities.
Right. And then you have some people who will say, here's 6 months worth of checks.
Right.
Let's do
this because I must live unapologetically. Unapologetically. Because, I mean, people need to be comfortable with who they are.
Yes.
I wouldn't suggest you know, use your mortgage money to go to an event. Like, pay your mortgage, people. But if you can swing it, instead of going to, you know, Vegas this year, either go to Vegas when erotica is there, or find another party to attend where you can, one, be educated, and two, you can just kind of get out of your shell. You know, don't you think? Like, just do something else with your life, because people get so tied up in
that's
the data.
I tried, like, because I need to decompress. So whether I'm home, and there's times I'll be like, okay, I need it. Like, I recently put up, like, a couple of months back, I was like, I need another kinky vacation. Where can I go? And then someone in my lifestyle, they was like, okay, come on out. You know, we'll take you out here. We'll show you around.
Yeah.
You know,
there's a lot of people who will open their homes. Like, they have beautiful homes. They're very hospitable. You don't have to worry about...
Very respectful.
Very respectful. It's not going to be any of that get out shit. Like, you don't have to worry about them taking over your body or anything like that. I mean, well, they might take over your body, but they're not going to steal your body. Because no means no. But... you know, once you get into the lifestyle and you start making friends and making contacts, there's a lot of places to go. I know I have a friend who has a mansion in the Bahamas, and he's always like, hey, you know, I'm gonna invite 45 people down. Like, let's do this, you know. And that's always a good time. It's right on the beach, you know, and it's beautiful.
Oh, that's amazing. I love beach parties.
I love a beach party.
I had my first one 2 years ago.
I love a beach party. Beach parties are good. I don't like having sex on the beach.
Never tried.
Disclaimer, because I don't like sand in any
crevices.
In crevices. I don't like that. Is not sand. Is just little pieces of fucking glass. I don't want little pieces of glass in any of my special places.
I was buried in sand, and I had sand on my ass for 2 weeks.
Yeah, no,
I don't like that shit.
I don't want that shit. But you know, if you can find like a nice big blanket, or do it standing up, doggy style works because you're up off the sand. You know what I mean? And you're on a blanket, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something like that. Having sex in water is always nice, you know. Or if you can hold your breath and give head at the same time, like, can you do it? Can you do it?
I have yet to test that.
But I mean,
it's an option.
That's a boundary, though. Like, cause think about it. I mean, that's like being strangled without anybody putting their hand. You're strangling yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you see
that's something.
Ha 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 ha.
See, now you got my wheels turning around.
Like, people start off in a pool or shower. Don't start off in the ocean. If you're gonna try the self asphyxiation.
Yes.
Like, I would do that in a pool or in a bathtub where you can easily lift up. You might have to build your tolerance a little bit for holding your breath. You know, if you're a burner or a smoker, you may you know, need a little bit more time to build up your tolerance.
That is not for you. Right. If you're a smoker.
If you're a smoker, it's not for you.
First of all, shout out to House of Blue.
House of Blue.
Northeast Master Slave of the Northeast, and they won last year. Yeah. So they're the title holders for 2018. Very shout out to them.
Yeah.
POC as well. Also shout out to oh my god, that's so many groups I know. Tender Strokes, Allure Bound. She does latex for fetish needs. She does dresses, anything you need made out of latex, she can do it.
Okay.
She made me latex suspenders with spikes, so Very
latex suspenders, so they're stretchy.
Yes.
Aha.
And they're easy to clean.
I bet they would be easy to clean.
Yeah.
Latex suspenders with spikes, because the latex. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's very easy to clean.
That
I haven't
makes
worn
sense.
them in a while, but they're very easy to clean.
They're very easy to clean. They're stretchy. I would be scared that they would rip.
Nah.
They're very durable.
Very, very. She does most of her models. Some of them are from your size to BBW.
Mm-hmm.
So it stretches.
It stretches.
It stretches.
So
yeah.
is it a one size fits all type situation?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly
And it just stretch a little bit more the bigger
she
you
does
are.
Special orders. She just did a modeling show or a couple of showcases for her art. So I definitely say check out Allure Bound. Trust me. AllureBound.com. Check out on Instagram, Tumblr, Tender Strokes, Facebook. I don't know if they have a Tumblr.
They probably do.
Everybody nasty.
Because all of us in the kink life have a Tumblr.
You know, but all of this stuff is out there. You just gotta go and look for it.
Absolutely.
If you have a friend who says, "Hey, I'm into some," you know, oh yeah, there's some kinky shit. Oh yeah, I got somebody for you.
I got somebody for you. Absolutely.
Help
like,
a friend
and don't
out.
help a friend. Be a friend.
Yes.
Help a friend.
Yes. That is a definite.
Right. Because people don't know or they're too afraid. Like, if you're into the kink life, share.
Yes.
Share the wealth, share the information so that people understand and they feel comfortable with sharing the wealth of information,
Yes.
the resources. If you know websites, like we just had the BDSMtest.org. Like, if you know things, books are key. Books. People read. Reading is key.
Yes.
If you know podcasts or like my radio show, please share. Shameless plug. Yeah. But no, definitely, if you're into the kink life, because people don't feel comfortable, people are afraid, and if you're a friend, people will trust you more than they'll trust anybody else. If you say, "Oh, I've done this," or "I know about that," or "I've read this," or "I might try this. Let's try it together." There you go.
I've always when I play with somebody new, I like taking it slow. I don't never go to 100 and then take it slow. I like taking it slow from the jump because someone may be new, someone may be batshit green, like completely green,
like real,
don't know shit
about
the
shit,
things, the history, nothing. So you have to take your time and learn and grow. That's what I'm doing with my baby girl.
Taking it slow.
Yes.
Build it up. Baby girl, you'll be at 100 before you know it.
She doesn't know that, but she will.
She will. She'll learn. She'll learn because she's being taught. She's been groomed. That's the word. I always say, you're being reared. You're being groomed to be the perfect slave, submissive, depending on who you are. Right. You know, I have to groom people. Now, it is nice to find a seasoned submissive. The problem is that no two dominants are alike. No. So you may find a seasoned submissive, and they've been groomed, but not groomed to your liking. Right. It's like going to get a haircut from a new barber. It's just not going to be the fucking same.
It's like going to see a new movie. Like, every movie is different.
Right. It can have the same actor in it.
Right.
But each movie is going to be different.
Right.
You know, I might like this Johnny Depp movie. I may hate this Johnny Depp movie.
See? Every dominant is different. Never assume that because if you were in a relationship with a dominant before, that this one you're going to get with, it's like this.
It's going to be like that because you'll find yourself. But you know what? I had a whole show about unrealistic expectations. Because that's key. You can't allow yourself to have unrealistic expectations on another person. You kind of just got to let it go step by step by step. You know, you can have deal breakers.
Right.
Like things that you won't live without or things that you won't deal with at all. And if you're in the kink life, make sure you know what those deal breakers are.
No doubt, no doubt.
And make sure you verbalize them clearly.
Know your boundaries.
Know your boundaries.
Talk to someone about your boundaries. And make sure they know from the jump, I'm not down for this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not down for it. This is what I like. This is what I'm curious about. This is what I know or don't know.
I hate y'all.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that I have. I'm like,
both of us are just like, what is that?
What's that?
They're fucking with me because they think it's funny. Mm-hmm. You see this here fist? You see that grim face?
There's violence on the radio, ladies and gentlemen.
There's violence. There's violence. No, but shit. They fucked me up with that. I was like, I'm looking too. Like, I'm like, what? All I see is little brown fingers. I'm like, what the fuck are they getting me to look at?
Word.
Right, and you looking too. Like, we both like, oh shit. We talking about kink, so I'm thinking like they done found something that I ain't never heard of before. Something like, have you ever tried this? You know?
I just like,
no. What the fuck?
What was that?
Like, you know what, y'all? That's how y'all feel? All right. You know, I'm not ready. Ooh.
Nice.
I got a key ring.
Nice. I got one too.
It says BXR, BeExposedRadio.com. Ooh. Absolutely. Where my keys at? While we continue to talk about kink,
yes.
I'll be updating my key ring.
So, I was going to say, what did you want to talk about?
What have we not covered yet?
I don't know about history.
The history of kink. I mean, that's been around for a long time because, I mean, it really started back in, what's the word I'm looking for? Medieval times. Yes. It really started back in medieval times where you really had a divide in the social divide, class divide, and you had people who were dominant because of money, right. You know, or nobility or status or name, and or they chose to be submissive, but they had the ability to choose one way or the other because of whatever they wanted. Right. But then, yeah, that should look hot. So I mean, but can you imagine? Like, and it's funny because you see the influence of medieval times on today's toys and dress and culture, like the spikes, the leather, the metals, the chains, the you know, the whips, you know. I mean, shit, sometimes I feel like I'm the master at the guillotine. Like, I'm getting ready to chop somebody's fucking head off. Like, I mean,
lock somebody in
a dungeon. You know, BDSM dungeons. You know, they're not called BDSM jails. They're not called BDSM prisons, clubs. They're called BDSM dungeons. You know, like, you can clearly see the influence of the medieval times on today's, you know, like the leather is definitely one that I see a lot. The metals, the knives, like the knives I use for knife play are not your kitchen knives, ladies. These are, I haven't pulled out, you know, these are not pocket knives. You know, these are not the little knife on the end of my corkscrew. You know, like, these are real knives. You know, like what Crocodile Dundee said, you call that a knife? Right. This is a knife.
Right. I've seen plenty of that. I've done plenty of it too.
Plenty of knife play. I mean, that's something that's really fun. We could have a whole show just on knife play. We'd have to lay them out and like go from one to the other. I'll just lay out 3.
Right. Like 1, 2, 3. This is it right here.
Right. Oh shit. We gotta take a break. We'll be right back with Salacious Live.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Monty from Talk Lately. I want y'all to sit back and listen to this flashback. We be tripping.
I mean, really, but I mean, he might have. I got him maybe jacking her up.
The kids said he did it.
But this is Floyd Mayweather punching her head repeatedly, and like she doesn't have like brain damage.
No, she didn't have brain damage. I don't think he was hitting her like that. Or he probably was like, say something else. Say something else.
That
he probably wasn't like tagging her.
Right.
He probably was just like, and the kids was like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
Why do they have the accent? Why? Why do his kids have the accent?
I just pictured them looking like African. Oh. I didn't want to have to admit that. I don't know what they're going to do about my mouth, but just check out the show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's more of the same right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
We call them pen pals in my family.
So glad you said that word, because I've actually found out that there are websites, ladies and gentlemen. There are dating websites for men who are incarcerated. Yes. I'm so fucking lonely. I just sign up for one of those websites.
Don't do it.
Don't you think I shouldn't?
Because they passing your letters around.
Is that what they do?
And one of his friends go send you a letter, and then they go wind up asking you for a Verizon phone card and a couple dollars on their books because they just spent all that money.
You know a little bit too much.
Their daughter. I told you I have uncles.
Okay.
I know the game.
All right. Well, we're going to talk more about the game. The topic of the day, you guys, is called Dangerously in Love. Pen Pals.
Edition.
Your little call me up, 410-702-5656.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Interesting evening, to say the least. I think we covered a lot of information. I mean, we could do this all night. Like, me and you have sat out on the steps and talked for hours about...
Directly across the street from my house.
Right. Like, we just sat there talking outside of one of my events, you know, where I just finished teaching a bunch of people about sex. Matter of fact, that was right after the 3 stages of sex. Right. We just sit there and talk for hours about kink, and just... Because a good thing to do also if you're in the life is share ideas.
Right.
Because... your limitations are only, you know, capped.
What you make them, right?
Yeah, they're only capped by your imagination.
You can only go this far.
Then that's as far as you want to go. Right.
But if you just say, I want to learn this, 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 then you can learn whatever you want.
You can learn whatever you want. I like to do like a 6 month to a year on things, you know, so that I can be well versed in a good amount of stuff, but be well versed in it. Not like, you know, I don't like to say, okay, well, I'm going to do this month, and then I'm going to do this next month, because I feel like I don't give it enough time.
Yeah, you got to let something soak in.
Soak in a little bit. You got to try it a few times, because you learn a lot from trial and error, unfortunately. But you don't want to hurt anybody, like kill anybody, because it can happen. Shit, especially when you playing with electricity and knives.
Oh, so I have a story about electricity. My former dominant had just got a stun gun. It was gifted to her by my submissive sister at the time, and I'm interested in torture, like dungeon type, kidnapping, whatever. It's a little much for everybody, but that's what I'm into.
Right.
But she just said, okay, on your knees, bend over, ass out, and I'm sitting there kneeling, and and I shoot from the living room floor to the dining room, and I screamed, red, motherfucking red.
All the way to the dining room.
All the way to the dining room. Hell no. This shit hurt. That shit set my soul out my ass.
Yes, because that's what electricity does.
Right.
It releases your soul. Because I'm a collector of souls, you know, and yeah, and I don't always give them back.
Right. It literally surprised me, but she was like, "But this is what you have to learn. Like,
you have to learn to take it."
And I'm like this.
Okay.
20 more times.
Right. Let's just.
And then the next time.
Electricity is definitely
yeah.
It's a fun one. It's a new one, you know.
That's like a come to Jesus moment.
It is.
Every submissive has a come to Jesus moment. Like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this crazy shit.
But you should. And you must.
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm gonna do it
Absolutely.
Anyway. Exactly. You know, that's how you.
As your dominant tells you. And you will.
Exactly. Like this. All right, I can do this shit. Let's do this.
Right. I can do this. Yeah, electricity is definitely my biggest fetish. Is probably the key thing, the thing that I spent the most time learning and making sure I did it properly. Just because, yeah, I could shoot somebody across the fucking room, or I could just tingle them a little bit so they get the little tickle.
I've had that.
You know, so
and
you know,
I prefer that than just
like that's so funny. You know, no. My favorite thing to do. This was a fun one. We have a few minutes, and then we'll have to wrap it up. But real quick, favorite thing to do was I had a metal strap on and the electricity in my hand, so it was running through me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an orgasm from hell.
That's an orgasm in your ass.
That's
literally. An orgasm in your ass, literally.
Me, I've always liked pain. Even before I got into lifestyle, I was doing wrestling. It was always pain-based.
Right.
I can take a hit, and I'll give a hit. Now that I'm in kink, and it's been 6 years, and I've learned so much about pain.
Right.
To me, it's more spiritual.
It is. I think kink is very spiritual. It's emotional. It's personal. It's a personal journey. I can teach you about it. I can tell you about it. We can talk about it. Right. But for every person, kink is its own journey. You know?
I can definitely tell you there's times I've been beaten and I've left my body and just watched
yourself getting beat.
Like astral plane. That's literally what I did.
I have to wrap it up. Nikki is like, bitch, it's getting late. I get 1 hour left of hump day. I'm going to enjoy it. So get this shit together. So
we not blocking nobody.
We ain't blocking nobody. I hope everybody gets out there and has a little bit of salacious activity tonight.
Definitely.
Maybe try a little kink, even if it's just a little ass smack. I want to thank you so much, Jordan, for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Sharing your experiences and your information with us. We learned something. So I'll share that information with you when I get the email, and I'll share it with the listeners. If you're interested, just hit me up, and I will shoot you those statistics on the breakdown of dominants versus submissives in the States. And
do we have time for a plug?
Real quick.
You can follow me on Instagram as Sadist_pup. On Instagram, I'm on Tumblr as Pain Puppy. Yeah, I'm just following me. I write, I post pics. Of course, the pics I can't put everywhere.
Pick them everywhere, but
Facebook will kick me out.
Oh, absolutely, you'll be in Facebook jail, and we don't have the bill to get you out.
Nope.
So I definitely want to say thank you. Make sure you guys follow him. Follow me, Salacious_life on Instagram. You know, Dr. Wren Avery on Facebook. Also, Salacious Life Radio Show on Facebook. As always, people, love life, be brave, and live unapologetically. We will see you next week.
It's the Renee Radio Show.
Plenty of them. We call them pen pals in my family.
So glad you said that word, because I've actually found out that there are websites, ladies and gentlemen. There are dating websites for men.